let's play a game. When did I sleep last night? Your options are 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., or 9 a.m. I'll give you a clue. It's the last one. Hey! Anyway, Star Rail. I didn't get to stream anymore this game, because last time kind of burnt me a little bit out. I mean, for a good reason. It was certainly a story. Since when did I sleep? Good point. Very good question. Look, right, in my defense, I did nap though. I napped from like 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., which normally is like a sleep for most people, but that's a nap. And then I picked it up again at like 8 to 9-ish. I think it was like about, yeah, just before 9. I did not finish the story from last version. I've got a lot of story to go. I've got a lot to go through. I realized when building Mr. Hill, or Mr. Oh great, really? I've already started moving? I love my internet. Chat, I love my internet. Yeah, there we go. I realized I'm building Mr. Boot, that I, did not have, like, the boss needed to level him up. And the boss I need to level him up is from the story that I've not done yet. So I'm gonna have to need to do the story. So yes, story time. I've been building him on Twitch a little bit. He sucks right now, but I got his leg code. These are his traces right now. Again, I can't level him any higher because, well, this, actually, I need, but everything else, comes from the boss that I haven't unlocked yet. So, let's do it! It was the story that stayed to do the Clocky event for the 1k gems it had. I mean, I'm saving gems right now for, Jiaoqiu, right? One of the new characters announced. I have 10 fulls saved. They're not going on Firefly. Never. I would rather spend them on, the standard banner than on Firefly. Anyway, main story. Here we go. Learn more about the Dream before the Dream Master's arrival. Let us begin, I guess. 10 pulls. I only started saving 2 days ago. In my defense. Whenever the update came out. It wasn't 2 days ago, it was actually like, what, 3 days? Anyway. This game cannot make me like Firefly at this point. I'm really sorry. It's not happening. It's not happening. This game is trying to do so much in like the promotional material. Every time I see her in the promotional material, I just want to pull my own hair out. We'll see if that stays the case, but I think I made up my mind on that one. Whoa. Let's do it. Cheerful guest, how are you doing? I'm gonna hate the next part. Oh god, no.
Preparations for the Charmony Festival coming along. We're all so...
Look, I'm playing this for Sunday, right? I'm playing this for Sunday's my favorite character at the moment. Outside of Aventurine and Dr. Ushio, Sunday.
It's going smoothly. Thanks for making the trip to join the festival.
You're too kind, Robin. It's a pleasure to have guests from all over the universe celebrating day and night. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so this jubilant dreamscape is perfect for me.
But if this went on forever, would it get boring too?
Nah, not at all. Who would get tired of having so much fun?
1 point for Sunday.
Every day, you get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts of dream bubbles, indulge in delicious food without gaining weight, and you never get old or sick. As long as you can afford a room, this place is the ultimate paradise.
But you know that only a few things can be brought back from the dreamscape to reality, right?
Yeah, but memories are, you know, not to sound all Black Swan here, but like memories You can bring memories to reality, and they're the most invaluable commodity of them all.
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just enjoying the dream itself is good enough for me. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not
see?
one of those long-living species. I only have around 60 or 70 years in this lifetime, and there's so much to worry about. Being happy here is pure bliss.
Aw. Don't love Firefly, don't hate her either. It's not our fault you can write a good story to save our lives. See, I was the same-ish. But there's been so much promotional material recently for Firefly, and I'm just like, I'm burnt out. I'm all Firefly'd out. Right? Like, the first couple of times you see her, you're like, okay, she's kind of cute. And then, like, how much stuff, like, I just feel like she's halfway down my throat. Actually, it sounds really...
I feel like I'm in control.
And then she's been shoved down my throat. Not like...
I want to go back to reality after experiencing this bliss.
Anyway...
I see.
That was unintentional. I'm really
I
tired.
genuinely wish you all the happiness
yeah.
in the world.
I tried too hard with her. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like... do I really need to point at what they're doing with her to kind of make that clear? I'm fine with it. It just feels very, over the top. You know? Yeah, I'm Firefly'd out.
And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin! I'm off to the Blue Hour for the ball. See you later.
Adios. That's what I'm booked for Sunday.
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate with you either.
She had a valid point. And I could sense her genuine happiness. It's just that...
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality, she's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in this sweet dream. Once she steps out of this sanctuary, everything will be lost.
Well, she did make mention of being able to afford a room. Didn't she?
However, the paradise in our dreams, it doesn't have to end.
No. And the paradise we yearn for shouldn't be just a fleeting dream either.
Alright. Let me guess now. The next person we're gonna speak to is... Oh. Well, that was on me there. The next person we speak to, please, is going to have Robin's point of view, right? Watch this. They gotta even it out somehow. What are you doing? So Sunday went a whole, actually, it's a good question. It has been a while. It was through, like, a bird in a cage. I mean, look, it's a Hoyoverse story. They're gonna hit us over the head with it about 10 more times in the next, 30 minutes. So we'll figure it out pretty soon.
The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. What an honor. You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape, it always feels fresh. I find something new every time.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. No. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations.
Maybe this will be another
Especially
Sunday
with someone
POV
as
then.
esteemed as you. Do you mind
A
if we
Sunday
chat?
aligned perspective.
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind.
This is gonna be another Sunday
With little
perspective.
time left.
I completely stand corrected then.
Forgive me for being blunt. But is that why you came to Penacony?
Yeah. I was part of a war, and while escaping from the Sarkosian mothership, I got exposed to some radioactive materials. And then, all my comrades died, and my hometown was wiped out by neutron bombardments. I couldn't bear to live. Everything I knew gone. That's when I heard about a possible solution here, so I came.
How heart-wrenching. I hope the family has been able to help you.
They have, and I'm truly grateful for that. They provided me with a comfortable room, the most advanced life support devices in the cosmos, and a stellar team of caregivers.
Hi, Grandpa, the war. Okay. I love that meme, and yeah, I see it.
My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. The me you see here is whole, rational, and no different from any other person. But I can't say the same for the me in the hotel room. My true appearance. Huh? I hope you never have to witness it, Robin.
So, you'll be living forever in this dreamscape, right?
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. You know, whether it's in this dreamscape or not, well, I don't really have much say in the matter. My world has been torn apart, and my life could end any second. So, even if this whole place is an illusion, it's still my paradise. And I'll treasure every moment I spend
I mean, what is an illusion, really, right? Like, you know, if you experience something so fully, is it really an illusion?
How I envy those everlasting things.
That old man's story.
And even if it is, does it really matter at that point?
Tragic. Fortunately, this sweet dream gives him joyful memories to hold on to for the rest of his life.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
However, even the sweet dream has its limitations. While it provides solace to the disillusioned, it can't completely eliminate pain in reality.
If we go to dream something you wake up from, then isn't it to wake up from this? Then yeah, it's reality. Yeah, exactly, right?
There will be a way out. Penacony is already on the right track.
Alright. Also, I probably said this like a billion times, but man, I love, oh.
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady. Wait, is that me?
Say hello to Sunday's voice acting. Time for Sparkle.
Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled masked fool received an invitation too. That must be you, right? Did you enjoy yourself?
Barely. People here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite. And they run away at the slightest hint of danger. In other words, they're naive and cowardly.
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening.
I didn't really like Sparkle much at first when, I saw her. I was really worried. Okay, right. How do I say this? You know her trailer and stuff, right? I was really, really worried with Sparkle she'd be kind of like, oh, how do I describe it? DeviantArt-ish in terms of her personality? You know what I mean. She really hasn't been. She's just a silly, little silly. I like her.
You should be thanking me, because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess, Penacony would still be in shambles. Don't you think?
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us. Step aside and stop causing trouble for the Charmony Festival.
Sparkle's a menace to society? Yes, and I love her for it.
The
I was really worried
Festival?
she'd be,
You think you
Yeah.
can scare me?
OC-ish in her
You
personality.
Think I have no idea
I know she's an original character. You know what I mean? Like, I feared that Sparkle would be like a 14-year-old's self-insert in a fanfiction instead of the really cool character she is from her trailer.
I don't care what you're thinking, chicken wing boy. But I'm pretty sure our lovely Robin won't be appearing on stage. After all, you're well aware of what a sorry state this dreamscape is in under the banner of harmony. Penacony, the land of the dreams. Is this truly the paradise you desire?
Stop it.
Oh, he's not happy.
What's the rush, chicken wing boy? Did I get to you?
Our paradise is none of your concern, masked fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and find true happiness? Well, I've done my part, and now I'm simply waiting for the fireworks to begin. Here, the last 2 gifts for both of you. And don't lose them. If by some unfortunate chance the Charmony Festival starts against all odds, remember to use them during the show.
Is she handing out more bombs again?
And it'll be thrilling. Bang!
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon.
Him see the potential edginess from her trailer, glad that he let her action. I mean, she's still kind of like edgy. But like, her insanity portrayed in the trailer wasn't like, to me, personally, wasn't a compelling depiction of it. It just felt very surface level, edgy teenager kind of insanity, right? Like, it felt like if you gave a 14-year-old a pen and paper and said, hey, write an insane character, that's what they produce. But in reality, she's like not like that at all, and I do appreciate that because I wasn't really sold on her from her trailer. Actually, it's a good trailer. I like it a lot now, but like, I only like it now because I like her character now. Like, just her trailer in isolation, I actually don't like because I think it does her a disservice with how surface level they kind of portray her
Let's
insanity.
wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
She feels like a common 2010 Nintendo dollar. Yeah, she feels like she'd be sort of like lol random XD, you know?
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. Back when we were kids, you used to steal my desserts. Seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly happened?
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
I've forgotten how Sunday's like expression is permanently :3.
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. You're carrying too much on your shoulders, brother. The paradise in our dreams. It shouldn't be like
There's
this.
only one insane life, only you. No, I like insanity. I just really hate how they portrayed Sparkle's insanity because it wasn't compelling. It was so like lol random. It felt like a Mary Sue fanfiction insert. Okay, that's my favorite reference here. It just wasn't like compelling to me. Well, people liked it, but it didn't feel genuine. It didn't even feel like it was just for show. It just felt very put on, and so I wasn't very sold on the character at that point.
Penacony is nothing more than a dream.
Like Jared Leto
It
Joker.
can't erase
I
the
don't
worries
know
and
what
pain
that
of
is.
reality.
So,
Or bring true happiness. It only
I can't say.
nothing more.
No, it can. A dream, like if a dream is what you're experiencing, then yes, it becomes reality at that point.
Remember the old man we met earlier? Without this dream,
That's
he
the
might have
meme Joker.
completely lost himself.
Oh, you mean like the film thing? I know nothing about that. I know it was like a meme for some point, but I don't really know anything about. Is it like? Is that Marvel? Or is it the other one? I know nothing about superheroes.
That might be true, but even without Penacony, he could have chosen another path. As far as I know, the Intelligentsia Guild has been promoting their rehabilitation techniques for a long time now. That path may have been more ordinary and challenging, but now he's in a comatose state. And that sweet dream has become sort of end-of-life care. His fate is sealed.
Yeah, but he chose that.
Is Penacony granting these people a future? Or is it taking it away from them?
Lots of people did it. That's not... What? That's for them to
forget
decide.
this. Not everyone really has a future.
Yeah.
The future for humanity is like the sky for birds. People mistakenly believe that flight is inherent to birds because they've never witnessed those birds crashing to their death. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah. We took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers. And later, when I decided to leave Penacony, I opened the cage and set it free.
Is Diamond Marvel actually, I have no idea. If you gave me, like, characters, I couldn't tell you where they're from as far as, like, superhero stuff is concerned. I don't think it is. But I'm not sure. I genuinely no idea.
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters because I didn't want to upset you.
Oh, okay. Did the bird die?
Shortly after you left, it crashed to its death right in front of your window.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
Welcome to the Ushio channel. We don't even know Batman is in DC. We do know Dotori's intro summary line. No, you just... Sorry, what you just said has just done something to my brain. I was thinking to myself, oh, yeah, I know his intro summary line. Summary intro line. But, like, I don't know what his first line to the Traveler is. And then I realized he doesn't speak to the Traveler at all during the Sumeru story. Outside of, like, the intro stuff. Which, again, no, that's important, because everything we hear from Dottore is from a third party, from a different source. It gives Weaver such room to, like, wiggle around and, write his story. I don't think it's odd. Everything we've heard about Dottore is not from himself. It's from someone else. I'm pretty sure he only waves at the Traveler. We hear things from other people about Dottore. We hear, from Tainari, we hear from Fatui people, we hear from Scaramouche. We never actually hear from Dottore himself. That's the one person we haven't heard from in regards to Dottore yet. And I'm gonna write about this. After this read. Remind me. Or don't. I think I'm gonna remember anyway.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in
That's
this
like a
world
whole
that
theory
can
I want to
never
get
fly,
into.
can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Well, there are plenty of birds that can't fly. Like penguins. And flamingos? Do flamingos fly? I have no idea if flamingos fly or not. I just assume they don't because we never see flamingos flying. We just see them standing on one leg. And you wouldn't stand on one leg if you could fly. Chickens! Wait, chickens? Can they fly? Wait, flamingos fly! What?
flying?
What?
that the same goes
Why have I
for
never seen a
humans
flamingo
too.
flying?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example.
Okay then,
The
so
name
go back.
has
Okay,
made tremendous
going
efforts
back
to
to
bridge worlds,
penguins.
gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few extraordinary individuals can endure such a perilous journey. That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen eon?
That's superscript #1, chat. Keep track.
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value.
If at any point the words "the future" come up and we see self-value over the top of them, I'm gonna cry.
While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people will never become heroes in their lifetime. Some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped
think I've
in
just jinxed.
unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal. And the weak can only watch as their value gets constantly diminished by external forces.
I'm genuinely crying right now. What the fuck? What the fuck? That was a genuine joke, right? I was not expecting them to do it within 20 seconds of me saying that. I'm actually crying. Somebody please clip that. Somebody, I am begging you to please clip that. Just, please, I need that as a clip. So next time anyone says Toyoverse is like, oh, it's amazing writing, I'm pointing at this. I genuinely, that was a joke.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own.
20 fucking seconds! Oh my god!
Always taught us.
I'm actually, I have genuinely teared up a little bit after that. That's, I'm never gonna be the same ever again. Oh my god!
The harmony holds noble aspirations.
What'd you miss?
The
Oh,
strong
okay.
will always be strong.
They said, another name for future is self-value, and I said, oh, next time we see the word, future, it'll have, like, self-value over the top of it. And then, like, literally, within the same paragraph by Sunday, you don't need to explain it that badly. He just says another name for the future is self-value. This is in the same fucking paragraph. You don't need to explain that universe. We are not that stupid. I mean, I am usually, but even I knew that was reference to fucking future. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody is this brain dead. You do not need this. Look at the 10-second attention spans. It was within 10 seconds, I'm pretty sure, in the first place. Maybe 15. I guess at that point the memory's starting to leave you, but still, it is not that difficult a concept to fucking understand. This game is driving me insane. This game is, it's gonna be the death of me.
And the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream,
I joke
Human
about
nature
this stupid
contains
fucking
greatness,
trend with the
but it
superscript
also
all the
harbors
time.
inherent weaknesses.
This
that
is the
can't
worst
be
I've seen it.
eradicated.
And okay, right. I understand that, like, when you write a game, you have to take the medium into account, right? Well, you're playing a mobile game. So most people will be playing on their phones. I'm playing on a PC right now. I'm not everyone. Most people will be playing on their phones, probably with the audio muted, probably attention elsewhere. I get that. This is the same paragraph. We are literally, this is same paragraph. If you're the kind of person to play the main story in a really crowded, like if you're the kind of person to play the main story in a bus, then you're not paying attention in the first place, are you? Like, really? You're doing this for the gems. Like, you don't need to I don't even need to explain it. I think you guys get it as well, but still, I'm genuinely going insane.
In the end,
I get it.
if people
I
can't
understand the
even secure their
medium.
own
I
survival,
understand you want to, like, make these things
they won't
clear.
care about the illusory future
It's
of
not.
equality.
You don't need to do it that much.
As long as the law of survival of the
Like, people skipping
fittest
anime. Exactly.
prevails,
No,
there
like
will
anyone who
always
would be,
fledglings crashing to their
anyone who would
death.
miss that is not paying attention in the first place. You don't need to try and tell the story to them because they don't care anyway.
But if people don't live for the future,
I understand if you
They
do that,
really
like, when I
exist
said that, I understand if you do that, like, an hour apart, because
Even
someone might have taken a break at that point and forgotten that's what that means. Even if that's kind of, you know, on the nose,
believe that the
and something
harmony
someone
will
could infer even
save
if they
the
didn't
weak.
have the previous context.
Then
I get
which
that.
Eon
You know,
can
someone
actually
could still
true?
be playing after, like, a week break or something and need a refresher. That is not a time to use that!
People often forget that when the first bird took flight,
And just so I'm not a hypocrite, I will reread the same things I missed while screaming about how terrible this is. Alright, I just missed these things here. Cool, this is so on the nose. Anyway.
the entire world envisioned a future where
And if I this from the same cutscene, not from this reminder. Yes, what I mean, right? Like, I get in the future if it's like been if a player is like, you know, if in like me, you've taken a month to finish this story, I understand if you need a reminder. This is 20 seconds. This is 20 seconds.
no more fledglings
God.
would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story of the harmonic strings.
Notice how when Robin said future, didn't say valuable. It's symbolism for Sunday. So deep, so meaningful. Wow, much talent. Yeah, this is how I feel right now.
If I could become a chord master, I'd like to.
I look right. The enemy of Hoyoverse games
The harmonious
is
choir.
Hoyoverse themselves.
I want to sing with everyone and spread our wishes so that all can feel happiness and joy.
I see. Then, I would summon the harmonious choir too.
Don't you have a wish of your own, brother?
Of course I do. It's just that it includes your wish and everyone else's. I long for a true paradise where everyone can find peace.
Came into Evie ranting and tons of yapping up and enjoying the game. I am, just not in the way you'd expect. I don't know if you saw on the screen. I predicted a superscript moment. I predicted a subtext moment within like literal seconds of it happening, and I just lost my mind. Anyway,
Then
I am having
fill the
fun.
stage
Just
there
a different
and
kind of
invite
fun.
Everyone to our performance, so that both our wishes come true through the power of the harmonious choir.
It's a deal then.
Yeah, it's a deal. But how can I become a chord master?
I'm surprised they didn't put the word harmonious choir over the top of that.
Maybe you'll have to become a star first.
It's like you're attending a literature class and philosophy class at the same time. It's surreal. Yeah. Hey, back to the Trailblazer POV. Yay.
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Oh, it's that one again. Not Gallagher. Thank you so much for the membership. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm gonna take a deep breath. 17 months. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Wow, yes, 17 for 17 months. Whoa. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. I'll take some deep breaths. Don't worry.
Yes. And
I was just very...
It's up to us.
I was a
to
very
forge
passionate
ahead.
shrimp just then.
Since his last will has now been conveyed, my final mission...
Gallagher's my favorite 13-year-old. And also my favorite, Gregor ID. in Limbus Company.
But pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy one to tread. Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude, staking everything on some nameless in the future? But you have the numbers. And in numbers comes strength. So that might just delay your inevitable a little more.
Got any more encouraging words?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is far from enough. Regardless of whether the other party will be compliant, negotiating simply allows us to meet them as equals and won't grant us an upper hand.
Is that Gregor from the Hate Game Limbus Company? I know, right?
Penacony is our rival's home turf, and we already have very few chips left to play with. Rather than idly sit around while the family's got us blocked off, an offensive approach might be a wiser course of action. We're more familiar with the Stellaron's properties than most. And since it's
Oh yeah, I
key to
forgot the
stabilizing
Stellar
the
is now all of a
Dream,
sudden a
it's
plot point.
vital to the family's
Yay!
interests. By attacking
I remember
our
why I took a break
interests,
from this
they're
story.
bound to retaliate hastily.
Chad, I remember why I took a break from this story.
Haste makes waste.
Thank you so much, Kyogre, for the super chat. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Have you seen the new funky IDs, funny Dawn phase? Wait, I've not seen it. No, I can't do a trailer reaction because I'm always worried about like copyright issues. But let me have a look real quick. One sec. Limbus Company. Quick Limbus detour. I'm gonna be able to show it on screen. Be like, you'll see my first reaction to Dawn face. I did see it. She was a 3-star, and that was it. Wait. Wah! Okay. I like this Dawn. I like this Dawn a lot. I'm very happy she's a 3-star. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. I need to say for her.
That's right. As long as we pose a threat to the Stellaron, either with words or otherwise, we have a chance at gaining the upper hand. But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to the theater? Family security will be airtight, and if we brute force it, even if we succeed, it's too risky.
So, no one's gonna say anything? Then I'll raise my hand. I know the answer to this question.
Of course you do. I never doubted you for a second.
The Express crew would have been disbanded long ago if it weren't for me.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not Welt at all, or Himeko.
So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. It's called the Soul Glad TM Festivity Auditions.
You don't need to say TM,
And
March.
it's going to be held in the moment of Scorch Sand.
You don't need to say TM unless it's a shitpost, and then you can say... No, it's actually, when was the last time anyone said TM in a shitpost? It's been like years, right?
As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar and be able to personally bask in the graces of Miss Robin.
Wait, what?
Not that that's important. What's crucial is that we can enter the Grand Theater before the audience arrives.
Wait, what? Are we really? Just making sure I didn't miss anything here. Are we really? Really? Okay.
So, how do we go about participating in these festivity auditions?
I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's fan club.
Must soon, TM. Yeah, but like, people. When was the last time people actually said that out loud?
To tell
Maybe it's
you
just
the
me.
truth, I had been preparing to
This
join
Robin
the
a moment ago.
auditions
Yeah,
all
like-
along. But now it looks like even if I scrape through, I probably still won't have the chance to shake Miss Robin's hand.
So they're still running this thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity stunt, set up by Mikhail to drum up attention. But it looks like it might be worth a shot.
We'll follow Marge's plan. Mr. Gallagher, will you be joining us?
I'm afraid I won't have the time. As a virtual character, I've already completed my final mission.
This is up there with as a
Whether
scholar.
Penacony awakens from this dream is all down to you.
Imagine if every time Tori said as a scholar, it like said over the top of it like expelled from Sumeru Academia.
Should we ever cross paths again? I'd love for you to visit the Express.
All right. I'll have to add to that data bank of yours you've got on the Express.
Gallagher's a VTuber.
Thank you for all your support. We're
That's why I
faced with
didn't read it.
formidable enemy.
As a
As long
fictional
as the Astral
character,
Express and
VTuber.
Fallen objectives are aligned, we're willing to cooperate with you.
We've already come this far together. I'd like to join you.
I
for the rest of
wouldn't.
your journey
I
in
would.
Penacony.
Can I veto this, please? Hi.
I'm pleased that we can finally fight.
This
so
is a
very
13-year-old VTuber. Yeah.
I couldn't ask for a better ending.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze. Now, everyone, let's prepare to move out.
Which is again, do not use underwear to say 10. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scorch Sand Hall.
Are we just going straight into this? Cool.
Thrive and dream chasers shine, all under the watchful eye of the entire universe. If you have ambition, dreams, and the drive, dear friends,
This is gonna get like disorienting for me.
Penacony's Charmony Festival could be you.
Oh, wow, they've really outdone themselves. Oh, I'm starting to get excited.
Behold,
This music's cool though.
four friends with spirit high and bold,
I never actually asked how's the volume for the game.
aspiring to be the superstars of the festival.
Is he
I love
talking
Complextron.
about us?
Yes, you! There's no doubt about it. I see you have all the potential of a superstar in you.
Sounds good. Cool. I should have asked that like
Excuse me, you
an hour ago.
four. What are you hoping to get out of all this?
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in overcoming all of the challenges?
So we really just like applied what same day and got in? I don't know how any of this stuff works.
a brief exclusive interview with us? It'll be quick.
Your journey is long and fraught with peril, yet under a sky blanketed by banners, you vie for the crown.
The sword and rose! Protect the beauty! The beauty, the
Hi, Venturance VA. Oh, was that
sort of majestic!
was that it? Was that him? The guy?
is hard as steel. Brother Lance Focus is stubborn as a heel. We don't all have to be winners. but if we
I wasn't
don't
sure.
have fun, we
The voice
don't
was very
finish.
short, so I didn't know if it was
People
or
are
not.
pouring in. Kinda feels like all sorts of baddies are showing up. Let's get in there quickly and enter the competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
So we're not even entered yet? They're already. We're not even entered, and these guys are stopping us for interviews. Cool.
Coming towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10 wealthiest tycoons and the soul-glad business empire's founder, Mr. Idean.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the director of Soulglad's factory, Idean Lena. My four friends, introduce yourselves to the audience across the cosmos.
Hello, everybody. I'm Himiko, a nameless from the Astral Express, and these are my companions.
Don't you guys need to hide your identities?
Yeah, hang on a second. Wasn't the whole point of this that we could get in without like anyone suspecting who we were or something? And now we're just telling them?
anyways. Penacony is plastered with our
So why are we
culture.
doing any of this?
The Astral Express is so well known, the family won't dare to make any rash moves.
March. Why did you suggest this as a way to sneak in? If we're not gonna sneak in, is it really gonna take this? Yeah, even the fucking writers are aware of this.
Given the situation, this is our best hope. But let's just get it over with quickly.
Something tells me this won't be quick.
Hello.
And how the main character can always reply with memes or shitposts. Yeah, I was trying to pick the most normal option. It was funny in Belobog, because Belobog kind of matched the energy. But Penacony feels like it's very tonally out of place. I mean, this feels totally out of place right now, but like,
Hello,
you know what I mean?
everyone. I'm Firefly. I am also an ordinary girl who enjoys adventures.
Can we just out her to Stone Hunter and like get her arrested, please? That'd be great.
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is
No,
bound to be
we gave our name.
Time is precious. My 4 friends, come with me.
If only we were fucking nameless. Someone didn't get the memo. All right. Prepare to make your entrance. Cool. Let's do it then. I do love this music if nothing else, because I'm a massive Complextro fan.
That's right. This venue is a miniature.
I misread that word.
At time known as the era filled with boundless possibilities.
Yay. Hello, because the the story. I mean, I loved it because it like in Belobog, you were with March and Dan Hung, you were with people like your own age. And you were like just fucking around. I mean, even like the story was kind of lighthearted, even considering what it was going after or going for, with like sample and stuff. But nothing felt out of place. Now in Penacony, when it's getting kind of dark, yeah, it feels out of place. It feels very out of place to be like a little random shitposty after like, you know, Aventurine's story and stuff. Yeah. I'll just try and pick the most normal option.
Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. I was still a young, bright-eyed lad back then, lured here by the watchmaker's ads, full of zeal and ready to make my first
Is this straight man to put you back? Yeah, exactly. Dan Hung was like the perfect counter to the Trailblazer being really silly. But now we're in a group without him. There's no one else to really tell us to stop or to act as the serious one. Like, Himiko doesn't care. March is March, and there's no one now to sort of balance out whatever we're saying. Because part of the fun of saying stuff, I guess in Belobog, to me at least, was seeing other people's reactions. It was like new back then, right? So you could say like some really wacky stuff and like the characters would look at you like you were insane. You don't get that anymore. You don't get told to stop being weird. So I think it just doesn't hit the same for me.
Once, during a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was resuscitated by a drink from Mr. Sousa. That sweet taste has since been etched in my mind, and that was what
just make
drove
the straight
me to
man silly
create
blah blah.
the
Yeah,
Soul
exactly.
Glad that we all know
She was the
and
middle
love
ground.
today.
And now, like, I don't mean to say March has been Paimonified, but I absolutely mean to say March has been Paimonified. Like, the way now, I mean, even towards the end of Belobog, it started to happen where she was just, like, saying some really wild stuff out loud. No concerns as to what's going on around here. But recently, she's been very head empty.
The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I miss those days. And the watchmaker. Scorched Sand Hall is my homage to that time of
She's back in Belobog. Yeah, me too. Belobog, okay, right. Hot take. The Star Rail story peaked in Belobog. Because the Luofu was a bit of a mess. And Penacony is, like, it's alright, but I don't think it's, I mean, I haven't finished it, obviously. my first impressions of it are that it isn't as it isn't as cool as what people are saying it to be. I don't know. I miss Bellabog. I feel like Penacony's overrated. The people who
and emerge as the next superstar.
Really like Honkai Impact writing, which I will just say.
Is there
play some other games and experience some good writing, and then you can have an opinion on it. Get the ball rolling ready, yeah. Here we go.
There's that swift and decisive trailblazing spirit. How about you, Miss March?
Hello, everyone! Next up, get ready for the Mega March 7th Adventure, where I'm going to break the speedrun world record!
For what game?
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits. That's Miss March.
I wouldn't call speedrunning trailblazing, but it is what it is.
I hope that by the end of this journey, everyone will have achieved the outcome that they hoped for.
Get back in the suit! Boo!
Miss Himiko, what are you expecting from your team?
March Peggle speedrun war!
Safety first, everyone.
Ow, I just hit my mic.
Words, but full of warmth.
We want to be dropped to Curly as was the moment we hit peak. We've been chasing the high since then. Yeah, I agree. I really agree.
Waiting for
Nothing's come close to that yet in the story. It's a shame because like Bellabog proved they could do it, and then they just haven't done it since.
To choose from, with unique challenges on each route.
But again, we haven't finished Penacony yet. Long way to go.
And in the last stage, you will face off against a champion who has defended the title to this very day. A beloved contender whose noble virtues are unrivaled. Those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear? Now, I hereby announce that the 33rd Scorch Sand Festival...
Why is he hereby announcing it, like, just to us?
So Glad Enterprises has started.
What? Okay.
Everyone.
Apparently we're the only contenders here.
Is drawing closer. We must reach the end as
we're the only ones that matter, at
quickly as
least.
possible. Factoring in efficiency and safety, splitting up into 2 groups is the best choice.
And if in universe related Penacony story being bad, even more so in the 3rd act, it's not that it's bad. It's just that like it's not as good as people make it out to be. I really think so much of it is rushed or poorly paced. I mean, it's same thing, I guess. That like I've been finding it very hard to enjoy Penacony. The best parts I really think were like to Aventurine, but they really messed up the ending of Aventurine's story, I think. To the point where like the way they handled the scene after the boss fight like left me feeling like it made the whole arc kind of hit very weakly for me. This is what I've said on Penacony in my other streams where I've done of this game.
Overly familiar with it. It'd probably be better if the 2 of you paired up.
Oh my fucking god. I'm fine. Yep.
Fine by me. Let's do it.
All right. I don't have a problem.
I have a problem with that. I object. Yeah, anyone else for me?
Time's ticking. Just listen to the grown-ups.
The grown-up. There is one here, March.
Let's not waste time.
Adventures on damage makes the scene so much less impactful. Yeah. Like, the thing is, right, what they wanted to do at the end of Aventurine's storyline kind of gave the impression they wanted to kill him off, but they didn't do it. So it made this scene where he said goodbye to, like, his past self, kind of, like, almost confusing to a degree. Because it felt like he was both killing himself and not killing himself. And I get the point is that he's kind of moving on. But they didn't execute it in like a way that conveyed that. It felt more like they wanted to kill him off but then held off at the last minute, right? It just was I mean, I need to rewatch it to have like a better. I've already said what I wanted to say about it. I've got like a better. I want to rewatch it before I got the. I'd want to rewatch the ending again just before I fully went into depth about it because I don't want to like misremember anything.
In this stage, you can choose
but like,
two challenges.
I definitely felt like after Venturine's arc ended, I was more It soured it for me. Oh, come on.
In the School of Acting Challenge, you have to complete 3 performances from 3 scripts.
Why is this, like...
the panel judges. In the School of Action Challenge, you have to defeat
okay, this is an audition.
Of enemies convincingly and reach
for like a talent contest. But apparently you could only have talents in acting or action.
Now,
if you play the guitar, fuck you. Alright, chat, what are you picking? It's like the Adventurine's not death handle awfully. Oh no! Like it's more to do with like how amazing the arc was up until that point, and now at the very end it just didn't feel like a satisfying resolution to Adventurine's arc. Immediately Juicy just immediately kill him off. Oh! I've played Honkai Impact. No, they do. They absolutely do. They do, and they do it all the time. And then once they've killed them off, they feel bad about it, so they keep bringing them back in, like, memories and alternate universes, just to try and, like, make the player feel things really cheaply. It's actually the thing I hate the most about Honkai Impact, and that's why I dropped it. It just fucking sucks. Right. Do you want to do the action challenge or the acting challenge? Acting, why not? Acting for the content? Yeah, sure, let's do it.
The stage of dreams for those who dare to.
The thing is, unlike most Hoyoverse players, I play other games, surprisingly. So like, I don't know, that when little mistakes are made in the writing and stuff, like, or when things are things tend to stand out a lot to me in these games. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, whoa, I like the story. The story has no problems. I like the story, but it definitely has problems. And people like to sit here and act like Hoyoverse writing is infallible when like it is some of the most flawed writing I've ever seen get like this much praise. I like it. I love the characters, and I hope that people don't take me being hyperbolic as me being like an absolute hater. But it's definitely weak in a lot of areas, and Hoyoverse never seems to want to get better at those areas because they don't have the time to. When you write things on a 6-week schedule, all the time, I feel like the story's the thing that gets shafted the most.
There are 3 stages up ahead. On each, you will find an outline of a script. These 3 scripts were written by the legendary filmmaker, the Watchmaker, and depict various stories from Penacony's era of pioneering. Your task is to bring those moments to life, find the right words, and act convincingly to make the judges feel the script's intended emotions. Oh, I wish you a successful performance. Also, a bit of trivia. The record score for this stage is held by a participant with fiery red hair. His exceptional performance brought even the strictest judge to tears. Looks like he wasn't even acting at all.
They didn't plan Penacony well. You can point out to him backpedals, plot holes, and writing the falls apart under the slightest scrutiny throughout it. The Lord didn't suffer this much, nor Loafu. I feel like I'll have more to say when I finish Penacony, but...
We are running out of time, so let's get this over with quickly.
The Loafu was so weak. Okay, I will say another big issue with Star Rail is that it's... Unlike Genshin, it really... Actually, no, Genshin suffers so well, but in a different way. Star Rail really... For a game that has these, like, replayable events and stuff, it really leans into, like, a kind of... You're either here or you miss it kind of thing with the way it tells the story. I had a friend who started playing Star Rail after me, and she did the Loafu, and she was so confused. Because... Like most people who play just this game by themselves, They don't realize that all of the lore isn't in the game for the lawful. It is on YouTube. You know? And it leaves you at a point where like the game doesn't tell you its own story. You have to go to external media just to try and catch up on it. Like for anyone that like wasn't there when was it the night? Oh, not the Lightning Gang, the Duke Inferno's group, whatever it's called. I think it was the Lightning Gang. Were revealed. Like if you missed that trailer on YouTube, you're gonna be so confused in this story because like the game just doesn't catch you up on it. They expect you to have watched that, and if you weren't there when it was released, you're never gonna even think to look it up on YouTube before playing through anything. So you really have to like, if you're not there when things are released on YouTube, you're gonna miss out on so much of the story, and at least a really big experience for people who are playing the game for the first time. That's something I really wish was different for new players. You shouldn't have to go to external media to enjoy the game you're playing, right?
I'll prep a two-person scene for you.
We're not a pair.
Are you ready?
Ready?
Envision that you both, driven by the spirit of exploration, are arriving at the land of dreams that is Penacony for the first time. But instead of lush lands, you find yourselves amidst swirling sands and desolation, far from the paradise the watchmaker described. You're driving an old clunker through the wilderness of the dreamscape, braving the cold wind, choking on the dust, and suddenly, a fierce memory zone meme blocks your path.
Aren't they not supposed to know about that in the dreamscape? Wasn't the whole point like that this was a secret? It's been a while, so maybe I'm misremembering. But like...
Now, Miss Greyhair.
Okay.
What line would you deliver to express your disappointment in Penacony?
So they are just making a hypothetical here. Let's run it over. Where's the sacrifice Firefly line?
Do you usually express disappointment this way?
I'm autistic, Firefly. Be nice.
Very good. Now, though you're disappointed, your screen partner is conversely very enthusiastic. Now, young lady, you will say...
This is great! I love living on the wild side!
Very good, very intense! And
what part of that was intense?
Story's next scene. You find a job mending the rails. But the days are long, and your endurance can't keep up, and you finally collapse in the endless expanse.
The word meme has been ruined. You know the context you're actually using it, but your God, the meaning has been corrupted. Yeah, I know what a meme is. Like, not internet-wise, but biologically speaking, I know what a meme is. They still could have gone with a better translation. Like, if they're gonna fuck up the translation so badly in English, in, you know, other ways. Like, I mean, there's been so many times in Penacony I've seen people complain about, like, the translation being butchered in English compared to, like, Chinese, and important information's been, like, completely missed. They could have translated meme as something else. They could have done that. They didn't do that. I can't take the word seriously.
Sweet rain falls from the sky.
To a certain degree, like, you should really consider when translating not just the accuracy of the word, but how it's perceived by the audience. And if you're translating into English, you know the word meme has its own meaning in the English language. You know what you're doing.
Now, Miss Greyhair. What
they just lost words. Yeah. And in Genshin, there are some times they just added in like random translations out of nowhere. Like there's a. Don't get me started on how they've mistranslated a ton of stuff in Genshin, because I feel very strongly about how that actually impacts the story and perception of the Fatui. So, just let me die of thirst instead.
That's not right. That line doesn't sound very surprised.
Well, what else do you say when you're surprised? You're truly about me with opportunities? That just sounds really fake.
But at this moment, your partner yet gazes into the sky.
Would my identity be better? Yeah, honestly.
Fall, blurring
like it's definitely a mouthful, but that would have been better. Or something along those lines. A memory zone entity would even be better, rather than meme.
Perhaps
We've got no issue with saying that with using the superscript, right? Where they say like, you know, the additional text here at the top. They could have done that.
Fantastic! Both of you have an incredibly solid foundation in dialogue delivery.
No, we have it is
mine are
purely a
nothing
foundation and nothing more.
Please continue this story on the
The emetic identity would have been better.
Up next, you'll be challenged with a body language
Oh, I'm gonna
test.
fail at this.
I hope these tests won't take too long.
I'm genuinely... Right. Time to make the autistic person do a body language test.
Here, you two are required to skillfully utilize body language to portray the story context I've laid out for you. Picking up from where we left off, a heavy downpour saves you both stranded in the desert. This rain quenches the anger in your heart. You look to your companion, now completely devoid of fighting spirit, wanting to comfort her. At this moment, what should you do to make her laugh?
Tell her a dad joke. Have you met my stepladder?
The test now is about body language. I don't think dialogue is allowed here.
Wait! I don't want to do any of these things. Roll that in the sand.
What?
Right answer. Your companion sees you rolling about in the sand and thinks about the arduous obstacles along this journey. She can't help but let loose a laugh, rekindling hope in her heart. And so this girl...
I'm gonna get back on my feet and keep moving forward.
A tug at the heartstrings! The story continues to develop. The heavy rain leads you both to sense a business opportunity. So you start venturing into the umbrella industry. But just as the business begins to pick up, competitors start flooding the market with low-priced goods, squeezing your market share.
I'm past the point of questioning this. I'm just...
You have no choice. The goods you stockpiled at high prices have to be sold at a loss. This is a pretty self-destructive move, which drives your business to the brink of bankruptcy. At this moment, what would you, who refuses to admit defeat, decide to do?
Jump out of the window. Smack the table. You slam the table. There is a table and rise up. They think you let me back down. Impossible! Dream chasers aren't can be knocked down, but never knocked out.
Fantastic! But it's a pity your friend does not agree. Seeing that you're up to your eyeballs in debt.
If you the hell you imagine someone who was being forced to listen to this.
And then...
I leave Penacony in utter disappointment. Is that okay?
Of course! Absolutely! I was this close to tears! Both of you possess exceptional acting talent!
Your definition of exceptional and my definition of exceptional are two very different things.
However, the true test is yet to come. You're about to encounter the harshest judge this show has ever seen. You'll need to rely on perfect performances if you want to win them over.
Now I know what Aries said she was losing her shit playing this quest. Now I know what Aries felt like. Oh no, they're taking the... No! God forbid there's a slight incline. Okay.
Welcome to the final stage. Actually,
All the scenarios.
With ABC's VA works amazing in this game. It's a shame the facial expressions don't match.
From the film,
But yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Dreams. Two companions arrive on Penacony with nothing but a dream. Their desire for achievement is met with continuous setbacks. Ultimately, one continues on, despite spiraling into debt, while the other concedes defeat and leaves. Many years later, their paths cross once more in the thriving Penacony. Yet, they refuse to acknowledge each other because...
Can this be a fun detour, but we were watching Evie play makes you go, wait, this is incredibly dumb, but whatever! Yeah, like, to be honest, at this point, I'm kind of past the point of caring. I'm just having a fun time. Not in the way the writers intended, but like, I'm having a fun time. Let's Firefly's in poverty. She ended up destitute.
Against the backdrop
There we go.
of a revitalized Penacony.
We took all the money in the
joy
divorce.
of reunion mixes with the sorrow of past separation, the awkwardness of being strangers, and the shyness of a long-awaited encounter, all converging at this very moment. Give it a shot. Try and convey this bittersweet scene to me. Bring it to life with precise and emotive
Again, this is like an audition for a talent show.
This is never going to end. I know. Why don't you try that clockwork thing you used before?
Yeah, say that into the mic again, why don't you, Firefly? Say that into the mic. Okay, well...
Your performance is far from satisfactory.
Let's just cheat, apparently. There we go.
God! I never imagined that such a sad scene could be portrayed by you two in such a joyful and heartwarming way. Two people sharing a long, cherished friendship, as if time and status meant nothing to them.
I think this is the first time I didn't go straight to giving the depression.
Huh? But we haven't even done anything! Is his imagination running wild again?
What did you ask me to do, Firefly? What did you just ask me to do?
Your portrayal outdoes the original. It's simply beautiful.
We have passed the test. We ought to hurry
And if
up.
this is being like recorded or something, they would have known what we just did. Well, let's just take this. You've changed Evie, not traumatizing anyone. I'm sorry. You know this is like I want to get this over with when I'm not even like giving people depression. Come on. I'm taking it seriously for once.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but more importantly, are you having fun?
No!
Fun is more important than success. Look at the time! You finished much faster than that red-haired contestant did.
That red-haired contestant. Who is that exactly?
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. Welcome to the second stage of the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises. Gunfire time!
There's
you
more?
have the option to choose gunfire and undergo Brother
Wait, the voice actors are
Hardy's
acting so much though, I have no idea.
Where you'll face Clocky's trial. And now, make your choice.
Every time they say Clocky or Hanu, just replace it with like Mickey Mouse and Goofy. And you'll see how frustrating it is. I don't even think Disney adults are this bad. It just keeps going. Yeah, it just keeps on going. Click the button on the tracks to like challenge arena to go to. Chat, what do we pick? Which one's the least painful? Gunfire or time? Disney adults are this bad? I don't think this, like, imagine the Disney parks had like a Mickey Mouse themed talent show, where all of the people hosting the talent show, all these adults were like, now you have to pick the Mickey Mouse trial or the Goofy trial. And the Goofy trial lets you shoot people, I guess. Gunfire it is. If that's... Don't say the middle one. Gunfire it is then.
Dear friends, welcome to the enchanting universe created by the Watchmaker. Awaiting you is the morally dubious yet ever-charming character from the animated Clocky series, Hanu!
Again, just replaced with like Mickey Mouse, Goofy, and Walt Disney.
It is said that these cartoon characters were inspired
It's not even whimsical,
by the
it's
Watchmaker's
just...
own experiences.
Oh, Time is shorter? Oh god, no, okay.
Hanu of reality shared a deep friendship with the Watchmaker, akin to comrades in arms. Enter into the world of Hanu via the TV by the entrance and partake in an suspenseful story.
Oh, is it one of these?
Good luck in there.
Oh god.
We should be able to settle this with a fight, right? I hope this won't waste too much of our time.
If we get the chance to make it depressed, yep. I need my Cyberpunk quick hacks right now. I'm gonna actually lose it.
Ready? 1, 2.
It's Mighty Morphin time. I've never actually seen Transformers.
Are we both in control of this Hanu character?
Very good. Looks like you've got the hang of it. In this Hanu's Adventure episode, Boss
Power Rangers. Oh, okay. I've not seen either.
Buzzfly, Cousin Wolf, and Bombhead are all raring to go. The brave Hanu must thwart their advance and protect his home. Alas, Hanu presently is ill-equipped to fend off the malevolent mischief makers, which is why...
Power Rangers. How am I supposed to know? I've not seen Power Rangers.
Gentleman's aid. Go forth and speak to him.
I've never seen any of those things.
Oh, brave Hanu, you look like you could really use some help. Long time no see, Hanu. You look pretty stressed out. How about an intense and thrilling game of Dream Jigsaw to blow off some steam?
I'm going insane. This politics directly provide aid to us. You really want to say this to a dream like gentlemen, but given your kind design, you can only respond with the.
Oh my! Are you telling me that Boss Stone has rallied the villains to seize Dreamville? What a dreadful twist of fate! Listen closely, Hanu. I'm aware you're in need of a suitable weapon. And I also know there's...
When do we get the gun for this gun trial? I need to point at my head.
But you know what? You'll have to play an exhilarating round of Dream Jigsaw first. No Jigsaw, no moving forward.
Evie lives under a rock unless she's streaming. Yeah, I do.
Now scurry
I don't actually go outside, ever.
But tread carefully. Two ne'er-do-wells are also eyeing those jigsaw pieces. Either outsmart them with the quick knockout, or ensure they don't catch you in the act. I can't wait to see you finish the dream jigsaw. Best of luck, Hanu.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us.
I'm gonna get caught.
If we can push that thing down.
Oh shit, no! Thank you. Thank you. If you want to skip all this text, you won't blame me. It was sparing so much time and pain. I'm no skipper. I'd be a hypocrite if I skipped the story. I'm no story skipper. Doing this the hard way. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm no story skipper. You can't see me. Oh fuck, you can't see me. Okay. It'd be hypocritical of me to skip the story after. Not quick enough. Ah! Screw you! Let me load! Oh, damn it. Pieces stay collected. Yeah, you can just grab them and it'll still count, apparently. Which I think is very funny. So how do you do the puzzle thing again? I forgot on this. Like this. Right, cool. I'm surprised no one's made a meme with this, like, pop-up text yet. I feel like OK Bunny Trailblazer would have done that by this point, but... Dance Alley, please. Cool. Okay, cool. I'm gonna skip this. Bye-bye. The Redacted story is actually good. I did read it in the past, but it's really, really long. I want to read it on the wiki, but I keep, forgetting. I might do one stream where I read, like, Arknight stories and stuff. Maybe even get, like, some friends to voice act it. My worry is that, like... Even reading PGR story these days, after, like, a few hours, my voice starts to die. I really don't know how long I can read these things for. It is a lot of text. Very ruinous, yeah. Like, it tends to, I love the story that I did read of Arknights, except for Lone... Was it Lone Trail? No, it wasn't Lone Train. It was, the other one. Dorothy's Vision. That one was, like... That was the story that made me stop reading the story. I wasn't vibing with that. Maybe other story will, resonate with me, but that one didn't, particularly.
Oh my!
I loved Lingering Echoes, though. That was really good.
Perfect alignment. My organizational itch has been quite thoroughly scratched.
Ew!
Hurry now, Hanu. Touch that TV set and transform back into your old self. Then head upstairs. Your weapon awaits you there.
Are such haphazard instructions really okay?
I mean, besides Dorothy. No, actually, it was, if I remember correctly, it was like about 40 minutes per story thing when the stages were, like, really, really short.
Disconnecting from that thing
but also,
has left me feeling
it was, it was like it was a back and forth thing. I had, like, a whole, issue with it at the time. It was very, very back and forth. It was like a sort of will they, won't they, and it didn't feel very, enjoyable for me. That one story, though, like, I loved the rest of the stories that I read for Arknights. But that one, after that, I just didn't read any others because I was like, are they gonna be this long in the future? And yeah.
What exactly is he talking about?
No clue.
Tick-tock! It's time for...
No!
Clocky? I can also see him. Is this character part of the show?
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything! Like right now! I can be your translator! Tick-tock! Hanu says, battle! We must do battle! The enemy is at our doorstep, and we have no path of retreat for the future of Dreamville!
I think my issue with Clocky is the same issue that I have with Firefly in that he just keeps getting shoved down our throats.
Touch that suspicious...
This game can never make me care about this guy. I understand the lore implications of Clocky, but as a character, I'm never gonna care about him.
Sheesh.
As a character in isolation.
Logic in this plot and dialogue is really being pushed to its limits.
And yet the writers were self-aware enough to write this, but not self-aware enough to change it in the script because they didn't have enough time.
Here we go again. Ready? I am gradually getting used to this. Who knows? I might even be able to perform some high-level moves with Hanu.
Oh, did someone say high-level movies just now? That's right, pal. The upcoming...
No, it's not high-level movies! High-level moves! High-level moves! They misread it as movies!
Last we saw, Hanu was preparing...
Unless I misheard.
Suddenly, he hears heavy footsteps coming from the hallway.
Relays legally think Mickey, isn't he? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every time you see Hanu and Clocky, replace it with Mickey and the other one.
Brave Hanu won't go down without a fight. He instantly sprints for the storage room, ready for a do-or-die
We've been forced to do this and we can't change it. Just make fun of it with the fourth wall breaks. People know we're aware of it.
But we still don't have...
If you're a writer and you're aware of bad writing, that doesn't make it like good writing. It makes it bad writing you've chosen to not edit out.
Storage room. So get a move on.
You can like it for having bad writing, but like acknowledging bad writing doesn't make it good writing.
Twist. It'd be even more awesome if the organizers allowed me to wear armor.
It's like Goat Simulator, right? If you make a bad game and you succeed in making a bad game, you've not made a good game, you made a bad game. I like it for being a bad game, but you still made a bad game.
The storage room.
No one knows what I'm talking about, do they?
It's behind the shelves, right? He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here.
There we go.
Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies.
So time crunch, you can understand since it can't be much bad after a certain point. Yeah, I know. It's a shame, because, like, I feel like so much of the issues I have with the writing in Hoyoverse games boils down to, well, if they had more time.
Feels just like the Soaring Locust too.
What does this even do? Oh.
Oh no! The not-so-unstoppable Hanu has actually fallen! Quickly! Return to the battlefield and seek revenge against the bad guys!
Wait, what? Okay, wait. Do I have to wait, what? Do I have to re-get the... Oh, it doesn't save this time? I have to re-get it? Why does it have to slow you down with that?
Oh my! The unstoppable Hanu has been spotted! Everyone, please proceed with caution!
Okay. Now we've done it.
Careful. It looks like we've got more company. Get ready to fire!
Oh, I've got no more, bullets. I killed them all. More! I've got no more bullets left!
Here we go again. But no big deal.
What are the games that so bad they become good? Ooh, good question. I guess? And I've not played this, so I wouldn't know. But I guess things like Garden of Banban maybe? I've not played. I don't actually know anything about it. I just know that it is bad. Can we skip this cutscene, please?
Here we go again.
Even when you have the ammo, it takes a while for it to register you've got the ammo, so like... That sucks. You have to take into account that it takes a while for your ammo to actually appear. It missed! No! There we go. I don't like how there's a delay when it just shows it. The ammo, that is.
My Hanu is on the street. Everyone, the stage is complete. Quickly, head through the TV to the next stage.
Okay, well. Sonic 06 is, yeah, Sonic 06! Sonic 06. Actually, I wouldn't even say it's so bad, it's good. That's just so bad. Why was there so... Okay, I've not played the game, but I've seen other people play it before. Why was there so much tension between Sonic and that one girl?
But it is gonna be hard to let go of this bazooka. Never mind. Let's hurry over to the next stage.
We ignore that part.
Over money.
I'm not gonna ignore it. I want answers. For the fanfic writers, I think the devs were the fanfic writers with that one. I'm sorry.
This reward's not even a threat.
Oh, was that it? Are we done?
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves!
Sonic 06 so bad it's just bad. Yeah, it was really funny to watch people play it. I might stream it one day, that'd be really funny.
Festive superstar.
Oh shit, I've never played a Sonic game in my life.
In the final
I now wanna stream Sonic 06.
Champion. If you fail, you will lose the opportunity to become the festive superstar. Welcome to the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival's third stage.
We were welcomed like 20...
Sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises Superstar Showdown.
50 minutes ago. Play Sonic Mania, not that. I know like the controls in Sonic 06 are like frustratingly bad. But I want to just shit on the story. It'd be so funny. I never played a Sonic game before. I want to play the weird Sonic human fanfiction one. Right. Arena 1 or Arena 2? Well, this just gives us... Yeah, this is very helpful, isn't it? I don't think it matters. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I want to get this done really fast, so I'm gonna pick you. Sonic games are ridiculously unfun to play, but 06 is a shit post. Yeah, I think it'd be so funny to play Sonic 06 on stream. Maybe in September. You know. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I winked, but you couldn't see it. I just blinked with both eyes, but...
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Oh, is that who I think it is? I've not actually played the part in the story where he shows up. He's gonna have voice lines as well here. I'm gonna say it. I don't like Argenti. Please wait, my beautiful ladies. Oh, he's gonna have voice lines, yay. By the glorious light of beauty, I never thought I'd see you again. It's such turbulent times. Your kind faces are spring. Oh God, please shut up. I do not like Argenti one bit.
Are you a knight of beauty?
I contestant with you all along. Oh, okay. Reading my humble title elsewhere, I am deeply honored. Upon hearing the impending festivities, I commanded the one and only to bring me to Penacony with full haste. Alas, in a cosmos unguided by the beauty, disorder prevails. Thus my passage was delayed, but can you... Okay, well... He's the kind of person to make rescuing dogs from trees his entire personality trait. Anyway. Fortunately, the Mini-Rabbit Mech Pilot, Stray Cat Duelist, Galactic Ninja, and Quandrive Intellatron, along with 32 of their souls in distress, all emerged from their predicaments safe and sound. I then led them all here to revel in harmony with the countless other splendid beings. Yeah. And his entire personality trait? Oh, it's gonna get annoying so fast. I don't deserve such praise. You really don't. Unfortunately, the dazzling IPC ambassador, whose radiance matches that of a beautiful peacock, adventuring? Remains in a woeful state. How I wish he too could partake in this splendid occasion. Okay, let's get back to business. In spite of us brought us together, it stands to reason that you both seek the accolade of the auditions victor, correct? Though upon arrival, I was less mistaken for a towering, silver-armored fugitive with fire-red flames due to my lack of eloquence. It matters not, for though these trials stem from the land of dreams' beauty. What matters is I now stand before you. Our paths are crossed. I, Genty Knight's beauty, now humbly requesting for a battle with you in the code of chivalry. I'm fortunate enough to be victorious, calling up my passage to the crown and victory, and recognize that the jewel of the beauty is the most peerless beauty. No.
Don't get complacent.
I can't even auto it! No!
Stand still.
Rise to the jump.
Behold, this symbol of pure.
Oh, he's annoying. He's this kind of annoying, I see.
Lend me your strength.
Waiting in line for a bullet.
We've entered the storm.
Well,
to guard and defend, crush them.
Everything is fine.
Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might.
I underestimate. Receive divinity.
Thanks. You're too good to me. Relax.
All of you stand still. Bring it on.
The music's cool.
To the challenge.
I really don't like Argentina.
Return!
Lend me your strength.
Waiting in line for a...
I fought him yesterday when I was doing Divergent Universe, but only because I had Japard in my team, and my team was like all his. It was Boothill, Ratio, Locha, and Japard, and I loved it. That was my Husbando team.
Those who dig their own grave flesh.
I never broke any of these extra things. I just like only attacked depending on Divergent Universe. I loved it. I really did love it. I love Simulated Universe in general, but being able to bring any character, even if you haven't built them, was really, really nice. Because I don't have a lot of my characters built. It was a really good way to play,
Stand still.
well, just to play anyone.
All of you stand still.
I liked it a lot. Very fun.
This battle is unavoidable.
I was gonna use it my last... No, I shouldn't use it yet.
Say bye to breathing.
I should also just... I'm gonna save skill points.
Behold, this symbol of pure.
Eternal sleep is the
God.
dead.
Rise to the challenge.
He is, like, actually, I think, insufferable.
There's no reasoning with you, but those with the loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave flesh.
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
Waiting in line for a... Bring it on.
Come on, Mr. Hill.
There's your reward.
Yay!
Bear witness.
We've entered the storm.
Okay.
To guard and defend, crush them.
Let the duel commence.
You know, be ready to basically when you want. I've only done like one play of it yet, but I really do. I liked it when I played it, just gameplay wise. Uh oh.
Confess! I underestimated you.
Forth all your might.
Good time.
Oh god, Bootill's gonna die. If he dies, we're so screwed.
Boom.
All of you stand still.
Oh, he is actually gonna die, isn't he? Should I actually? No, I have to. Cool.
Stand still.
We are so dead. Well, there goes our only character that can deal damage against these things.
Receive divinity. Eternal sleep the dead. Return!
Thanks. You're too good to me.
And then after this, we're gonna lose Bronya. But Bronya's still alive. Oh, I should have attacked that thing. Oops. And then lose your action, give his heal back. No, because we don't have any skill points. It costs us skill points to use Bronya's skill. We wouldn't have had any for Ocha, right?
Boom. Stand still.
Rise to the challenge.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Passive talent? What do you mean the passive talent? We didn't have the thing up.
Bear witness.
Oh, to heal? What? No, we didn't have the thing up.
Lend me your strength.
He didn't have any. We couldn't have used his healing, and we didn't have the thing up, so it wouldn't have worked.
Pledge thy loyalty. Put forth all your might.
He was once for certain night, now based in his field.
What is it?
I don't know. I don't know if that's how it would have worked. I don't know. Either way.
Receive divinity.
Your assistance is timely.
I underestimated you. Bloom.
This battle is
Good
unavoidable.
times. Never time to say bye. Boom.
If we have to repeat this fight, I don't want to see Argenti anymore.
We've entered the storm.
He's frustrating.
Crush them.
Eternal slip. The dead return!
You are fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your
Kafka's gonna die.
You
No, she's still alive. She's still alive. We're good.
You'll pay for this.
Rise to the challenge.
Okay. I think hates Argenti. I do actually. I do.
Duel commence.
Receive divinity.
Thanks. You're too good to
One of the few times where I
is not
can't believe
that
Evie hates this character is actually relevant.
Confess.
Bloom. Repay.
Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
Put forth all your might.
Almost done though. I'm almost finished with him. Yay!
To guard and defend.
I'm almost done.
Rise to the
Those would be 2 turns. Yeah, I don't think it would have worked. It might have, but Glitch is the only character I ever used, so I'm familiar with how it works.
Rise to the challenge. Put forth all your might.
Didn't hurt.
Nothing major.
Rise to the challenge. Behold, this symbol of pure
Eternal
beauty.
sleep.
We just kill him
and
now,
dead
please.
return.
Please die! Please die! Please die! Yay! We killed him. Beautiful, beautiful, truly captivating contest. It is through you that I realized to behold the raw hunter of Idrilla, I must further hone my skills. What a beautiful lesson indeed. Go forth, my dear friend, beautiful miss. This audition crown is yours to claim. Surely with a talent show, there's not only one person that passes auditions. Actually, no, I guess. I guess in this case... Yeah, how does he... If this is... What? The use of the word auditions here is messing with my head. Anyway, I was right here gazing afar from you as you bask in the limelight, joining the and offering you the most heartfelt cheers and applause.
We don't have much time.
Yeah.
May fate allow us to meet again.
May it not, actually. If it did not, I'd be fine with that too.
In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony.
Which was an addition. Yeah, I don't like the use of the word addition.
I hope we make it in time.
Anyway, let's go. Yeet, there we go. kind of get our prize. Right? Our prize is hopefully going to be never have to do this thing again.
Congratulations to the Galactic Baseballer and Firefly on becoming this Scorched Sand Festival's champions! We look forward to their amazing entrance in the Charmony Festival! Let's give a round of applause to our...
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival before entering the Grand Theater. I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance.
Where are my Stellar Jades? Okay, you know, I actually asked that. No. Where's the best friend? What are you doing here, friend? I love his,
as previously
like,
promised,
expressions.
my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We
See, none of what we just did was ever like important or relevant in any way.
And have
Because we just meet Sunday anyway.
Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
I'm gonna side with Sunday because I like Sunday.
That's not the point! Don't let him mislead you!
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention.
I'm gonna stretch real quick. My poor
With
spine
all
is starting to
present,
hurt.
let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting.
I clicked! Okay.
Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
Alright, let's chat then. A while ago.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmony Festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron. This individual must hold a position of great authority. Do you have any suspects?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this Nameless would point the spear at me. Quite astonishing indeed.
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please...
They really should have this conversation in the middle of Golden Hour. Yeah.
Dream Master.
Such a March moment.
It's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin. I've watched you two grow up, and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right
It
now,
really doesn't need to be spelled out. I swear to God.
devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous, and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call. Someday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me, and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander...
There was a time when it's around like here in the dialogue where like they synced and it kind of sounded disorienting.
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heavens.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced...
Just a moment.
Oh? What does Bob just say? Sorry, I've not been saying much because I've actually been paying attention now.
I have another question.
Anytime Sunday's on screen, I'm like,
have answered.
paying attention.
To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the Great One? Shipe.
Perfectly harmonize it. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony.
Okay.
Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment.
So in other words, they're basically saying he's right.
When you find yourself alone.
They're saying stop asking questions. You're onto something. Okay.
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
So he's saying they don't follow the harmony. Oh?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this.
Oh, okay. So they have just straight up
It's a
confirmed
pity
it.
that
And
things have turned out this way.
interesting.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe.
Oh.
Bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Interesting. Okay.
Unbelievable.
So this whole time,
to think that there would be remnants of the
they
order
never
on
followed the
Penacony.
harmony. Okay.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
He's back to colon 3.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
No, to make him a friend!
Stand against the Nameless. It would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we? Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed.
Yeah, let's talk terms. We're friends.
Kid. You're just as sharp as the other one.
If it is the order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity.
We have just fucking established this, Sunday. I love you, Sunday, but we just established you follow the order. We just established. You don't need to explain that. We understand that because we was just in the last scene together. There's been no break. No one will have put down their phones between then and now. We know you follow the order.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No.
Oh my god!
Such a thing.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another
I'm gonna
through
throw my.
peaceful
I've got like a blanket with me. It's so warm right now. Oh shoot! Like blocking the way I'm sitting on the chair. One sec. I'm like, you mean English? Let me eat this thing real quick. Look. Eat. There we go. Guys, I think Sunday might be following the order. I had no idea, because this game didn't hit me over the head with it 3 times already. Maybe a 4th I'll start to understand. Oh, there we go!
Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express.
See, this is good, but there's no nuance anymore.
And for this stretch of the universe.
I love it, but there really isn't any kind of nuance. It's just... You're not given a time to think about it. The game does the thinking for you. Right over the head. Anyway.
So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again where this road leads.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so she should understand what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins here. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird.
Oh, are they gonna explain this again?
This story happened when Robin and I were very young.
Oh, come
We were
on.
victims of the Stellaron.
I understand on paper.
And the family's Mr. Gopher
I
Wood,
understand on paper the
who would
traveler,
later
not the
become
traveler.
Dream
It's
Master
the
of Penacony.
Trailblazer hasn't experienced this before. I understand it.
Took us in.
We, the reader, or the player, have seen this before. I hope they don't dwell on this too long.
Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood's yard, we spotted a fledgling Charmony dove all on its own. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath.
They should have mentioned the bird before. Now I'll go into full detail, but yes, I agree. I agree. If this is the first time we saw the bird, this would have been amazing. If this is the first time that we see the bird, this would have probably hit really, really hard. Because this would have been like the big reveal as to why he feels this way. But it just doesn't hit hard. It's more of like a, oh fuck, please shut up. You know, like I love Sunday, but
We decided to build a nest for it.
we already know
right
what
there
happens
and
here.
then. However, thinking back, that
This would have been the perfect time to show like everyone
with fierce winds at night
his
and
past for the first
not to
time.
mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts.
Well, this
in the
slide they explained it to
vicinity.
people in the game. I mean, I'm not gonna let it slide because I feel like
Clear that if we left the fledgling
I understand as a
in the
different
yard,
people, but like
it
the
stood no
players
chance
has
of
experienced it so many
surviving until
times.
spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage for it. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined long before this moment.
People keep pressing skip, but anyone that keeps pressing skip won't care in the first place. Like, if anyone skips through the story, that's their loss. Reiterating the story is not gonna, like... Reiterating the story is not gonna stop people from skipping it. It's gonna make them skip more. Anyone who skipped before is gonna skip now anyway. It's just negatively impacts people who actually care about the story. Anyone that actually wants to read it is punished because Hoyoverse doesn't treat them properly.
Its destiny was determined.
This should be
by
the
our
first time we see this.
Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make?
See, this would hit so much harder if we didn't know how he dealt with it.
Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly
So we shouldn't
await
punish
your
people who are putting in the
answer.
minimal effort to understand. Exactly! Because it only screws over people that actually care. Anyone that skipped before is gonna skip again now. Don't punish the players who care to compensate for the people who don't. I'm just gonna side with Sunday.
I'm happy to see that you made a choice similar to ours. If your mind is made up, let me reveal the outcome of this choice.
Realistically, like, as a player, like, the worst part is that as a player, you know these aren't the only two options. You can do both. You could do both. You can, you know.
We passionately nursed it back to health, preparing only the best
Which
food
is why,
for it
like,
every day.
Again, I feel like
We even preened
if they had
its
only
feathers.
showed this now and not showed it
Later,
beforehand,
On the day that Robin left Penacony,
that would have, like,
we opened the cage door.
the fact that it's only two choices wouldn't have, like, you wouldn't have thought about that too much. The fact this entire story has been about, oh, do you build a cage or do you set it free? And they keep shoving that down your throat. This part feels like it hits really weakly because those aren't the only two options you can pick. You know, by now you know this. By now you've already had the time to think about it and come to the conclusion that, well, the best, you know, is in the middle. Or maybe whatever you think personally. But still,
Those 3
just-
long days.
I don't know.
The little Charmony dove tried again and
It'd be, it would hit harder if you presented with those two choices now for the first time and not given them a billion times throughout the story to just, like,
only to keep trying.
marinate in the back of your mind. This is supposed to be told through the eye of the trailblazer alone, not multiple perspective, which makes it repetitive. Yeah, but I feel like it's the writer's job to, like, keep that in mind. Because, yes, the trailblazer hasn't seen this before, but we have, and the writers know that we're the ones, like, ultimately, the story's not for the trailblazer, the story's for us. We are the ones that are playing the game.
Finally.
If something makes sense narratively, but doesn't make sense from a gameplay perspective, then, you know, realism isn't always the most, isn't always the best option when it comes to delivering stuff in a game.
It fell to the
It'd be
ground.
realistic to see the story several times
Unable to
over, but
grasp
that
the
doesn't make for a good
direction of the air
experience.
currents. The fall shattered its wings. It writhed helplessly in my embrace. But it was all for naught, finally succumbing to a painful demise. And in that instant, our tender care, our given love and hopes, they all became the inevitable push that sent it to its death. I deeply regret the choices we made. Next, let us head to the second decision. This time, it's the story of a dream chaser. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of Dreamscape residents, and providing them with the relevant guidance. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the Dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it. He was a dream chaser, and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony.
This is a
in
really
search
beautiful
of a
art,
better
if nothing
life.
else. That was a
Except
hole.
that.
No, there's a hole in my shirt.
The price
No.
he paid. I suppose you could say it was everything.
This marks really so briefly. Yeah. And also, just because it's Sunday is really pretty.
He told me. I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds.
Some people went crazy for this picture. Hi, I'm some people.
After hearing
I've seen the
Dream
Sunday
Chaser's
main
story,
subreddit.
I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did?
Yes.
And try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes?
I'll just side with whatever Sunday
Or will
does.
you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels, until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions.
This is one of the 3 questions easy to overlook. It helps with the message.
Perhaps they
Yeah.
might-
Oh, sorry, I mean to skip that. Oops. I'm not talking to Firefly.
A dream chaser story. If I acted out of kindness, I would probably ask the Bloodhounds to stop their pursuit and lend him a hand. But what cruel repercussions
Don't talk to
would this
Firefly though.
choice
Yeah.
result in? I think Sunday must have been deeply impressed by the limitations of the strong defending the weak through this incident.
Hey, March, what do you think?
It seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony. But that guy in the story, I don't think he deserves any sympathy at all. He sold his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them, it's still insanely irresponsible.
March, he couldn't. March, he literally could not feed them.
With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhounds send him back home. This person deserves to be punished.
We try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuits. The Dream may live peacefully and realize the wishes. Yeah.
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. Out of respect, I'll share with you the dire consequences that my choice back then brought about. First, the outcome. He attained major success. After avoiding capture, he ran a business for a few years, very quickly making a name for himself, elevating his status. He might not have become a tycoon like old Aughty, but he was considered a character of excellent repute. Now then, did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? No. The last time I saw him was in the real world, where the hounds were going to permanently exile him, and I was the accompanying bronze melodia. The mission was simple. Listen to the criminal's repentance. He told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. When I asked him about his 2 children, he instead responded with a question. What children? In the end, my heart aligned with the harmony, and the good deed I dared to undertake held no value.
Yeah,
Turning
oh god.
instead into a wrongdoing. It created a lamentable oppressor and countless oppressed individuals. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision, and the story this time is my own. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master, and as per his wish, we had a private conversation. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister.
Oh?
The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A
stray bullet?
What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the Harmony. And to save the lives of that planet. She personally made for the front lines.
Robin, you're not a soldier. What are you thinking?
She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such
I will say it's kind of, arrogant to go to a planet that's war-torn and think that your singing is gonna fix it. Anyway. Delivering supplies is good. But being like, this planet is like... you know what it reminds me of? You know those celebrities that did like the one singing video or something? Reminds me of that.
If the operation was successful...
Sing Power of the Harmony? Yeah, fair, but still. The concept of going to a war-torn planet and be like, I'm gonna sing to make the war stop just feels very arrogant to me.
By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck.
Delivering supplies is pretty cool though.
Yet, possibly as a reward for
the one Pepsi ad. Oh, is that the one with the,
It didn't hit
Kardashian or something? Is it Kardashian? It was like some celebrity or something.
Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen? Miss Robin.
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the Harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question. One last choice.
Okay.
But rest assured, this choice will not have any grave consequences. Because this is merely a figment of imagination. A nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights. If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did, would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
I mean... I'm not gonna ask you this. I mean, I want to side with Sunday on this one, but I think this one I kind of disagree with. like... The thing is... You can support someone while not agreeing with them, right? You can support someone while not agreeing with what they're doing. And I feel like... It's your responsibility as, like, someone's sibling to be supportive. You know? Stopping is good, but ultimately... This is the first one that's, like, control over, like, another person directly. And what their actions. And I don't think I can side with not going on the journey. Because it's their decisions to make. If it's a decision that ends up with her getting, like, injured... I kind of want to be like tough luck, you know. And you can voice your own concerns, but ultimately it should be Robin's decision to like decide what she does. So I'm gonna have to go and support.
I see. I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order, where the strong govern the weak.
Also, remember that Robin's his only family. If the choice is gonna get her killed in understandable way, it would stop her. Yeah, I also understand that. But at the same time, I feel like actively stopping someone is like a step too far. Yeah. I get it. I think it makes me a really cool character. But I think that like actually interfering is like where I would draw the line. You can lay out your own concerns and stuff.
Sorrow, and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain. Because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion.
Don't get philosophical with me, Sunday. When I realized that human consciousness is just a chemical reaction, it fucked me up.
Mistakes, yet still ask that external.
I realized that as a baby shrimp. I was like, oh shit, and then I've never been the same since. We don't need to get philosophical here, Sunday.
When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison. A place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis...
Oh, sorry, I should have said existential rather than philosophical.
That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days. And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit, living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
But what is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise
I just pulled my earbuds
means
out. Oh god, no.
forsaking reality,
I'm
correct?
trying to like follow along now. I'm not I'll form thoughts on this once this whole thing is finished.
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering,
We're like about 2 degrees off from just forming lyrics to the next Ghost song. I'm pretty sure, like this right here, isn't this the point of the song, The Things I Deserve?
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there, show compassion and protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all.
What is this thing going out of Firefly's
Even when your
back?
heart
I can't quite
pays
tell what it is.
But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
I mean, she's weak in the writing department, but like...
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer.
Sorry!
Just as Mr. McCann said before. Tell him our choice.
Well... No, long ago.
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of déjà vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty. So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling.
I swear to God! Why is this needed?
You know Penacony best among us.
Why is that? Why? It's like the time they said, the time Dr. Ushio called Aventurine a gambler, it had to like title that as Aventurine in case you didn't know Aventurine was a gambler, even though his entire thing is gambling. Like, what?
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if
I'm genuinely just like
this mansion is, I'll do my
in
best.
shock. They went through that entire like Sunday dialogue. They only had one superscript, and that was like to describe something that was introduced for the first time.
Counting on you then.
And now we need a definition for the word bellboy.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
Bellboy and doorman really different jobs. I wouldn't know the difference, but it's obvious what he is. Like it's obvious.
Misha feels familiar
the connotations.
With this place. My hunch might be correct.
All you need to know is his connection to the hotel. Looks familiar.
Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising.
There's been one use supposed to take this entire stream. Yep.
The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us. We're drawing closer to the truth once more.
Speaking of, I guess you guys can think of me as a masked fool. When I play this game, you can think of me as like a masked fool playing it. That's how I'm treating the game anyway. Everything's just funny. I'm not playing this game seriously. Everything's just funny here. So yeah.
Alright, but there are doors all over the place. Which one should we choose? Do you have any idea, Misha?
I guess... maybe this way?
I just noticed the rat tail. Could it be silly? Yep.
I'm not entirely sure, but... let's give it a try.
If I had to pick one path in the entire game to follow, 100% the elation.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door?
Oh shit.
Weird.
I never noticed the rat tail before, but now I guess I have.
Different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before, and even lived here for a while. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to
number one, for real. Yeah, exactly!
Listening to the crackling of firewood.
Aha's the best Aeon.
And the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them. Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So, what is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can surely get them back. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything more?
Yeah, then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
Let's do it. This one first, why not?
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the watchmaker. So, who is he talking to?
Wait, what?
Do you know anything
Did I
about
miss
it,
something?
Misha?
Did I miss something?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the watchmaker. But Mikhail...
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Oh.
Grandpa? Do you mean...
Phone text. Oh, I just missed it.
the
Okay.
watchmaker's grandson?
I ran to the window and there's the buddy voices. Oh no! I went to the objective and that was a bad thing. God.
But we haven't heard
It's something I hear about Genshin as well.
Watchmaker having dissent.
Is that sometimes important, like, text is just
The name
completely
Mikhail
missed
is not
because they don't treat it with any kind of
Perhaps it's merely a
importance, despite it being important. And if you just run to the objective, like you'd assume you're supposed to do, you miss out on stuff. Anyway.
Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
No. Okay, I think Himiko's voice act just misread this line. And also, shouldn't it be Grandpa, Mikhail? Well, actually, no. Well, she's reading it as Grandpa, Mikhail, but it's Grandpa Mikhail, as in like one thing.
Yeah,
Anyway.
sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned seafarers. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea. I want to become a great adventurer, just like him.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the watchmaker. So, perhaps it's just a coincidence? So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey, and it's been quite a while since I last saw him. So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville?
Again, just in the back of your head, replace Clocky with Mickey Mouse.
TikTok.
Okay.
Noises from the room.
Did you guys hear the
Origami
TikTok?
bird? That's a friend of
You
mine.
cannot make me take this seriously! No!
You and Origami Bird are friends?
You cannot make me take the TikToking seriously!
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one origami bird.
It's a member of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, just like Mickey and Minnie.
Brothers and sisters who look the same. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
Sailors? Can origami birds be sailors?
Could you tell us more about the compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger,
I really feel like
Clocky
Clocky
will
being
use the
some kind of rubber
compass
hose,
to guide the ship in the right direction.
Mickey Mouse, bootleg, is like... It does Clocky a disservice. I can't take the character seriously when all I hear is TikTok.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners...
Nobody in the world cares about Mickey Mouse lore this much.
Ventured out, right?
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember... Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
Replace it with Mickey Mouse, that's all I'm saying.
I think...
This dialogue,
hear
I
the
cannot
sound
take
of
it seriously.
water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
Ooh.
The water
This is pretty
resembles a
magnificent.
precious jewel, embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves,
Like the part of take
feels
seriously.
as
Yeah,
though
I
I'm
really
back in this
agree.
place, standing by your side.
Like it's hard to take Himiko being like so serious about like a cartoon. Same goes for Will.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
I really feel like the whole rubber hose, like the Penacony is great, but it's so tonally disjointed. If you removed the list about Clocky from like Clocky as a wacky like cartoon character and stuff from Penacony, I think it'd be better.
Yeah. I saw these sentences in Grandpa's
I feel like there's something
logbook.
else you could have replaced them with. I wouldn't know. At this point, I still don't know what's gonna finish the
Despite
story,
the
but like.
perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking
It's just hard to
the
take. It's
sparkling
hard to take it
waves,
seriously that anyone cares
he
this
would think
much
of this
about
fountain
like
in front of
Mickey
his
Mouse.
house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
You know, I quite understand such
Maybe another kind of cartoon character or something, but definitely not Mickey Mouse. You're talking like an Elder March.
I'm not an elder. I was just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves
It's
as
so
a
hard to
compass,
imagine that like
leading him back to his
everyone
cherished
cares about Mickey Mouse in this thing. Like it'd be really cool, I think, if at least one of the characters was like, I really don't care about them, but everyone seems to really be invested in Mickey Mouse, as if trying to convince me that I should be invested in Mickey Mouse, but I'm really not.
Yeah.
It's so
While Grandpa was at home,
unserious hearing like
he would
Himiko talk
stand
about.
by
I mean,
the
Himiko
fountain
and
place
Will
the
talk about it so
compass,
seriously.
uh,
I think it'd be
toward
cool if
the
one of
boat
them was
that
just
I
like, I really don't
into
care.
the
I'm not up to date on my lore for this character. It's not my kind of thing. But everyone like treats it like it's the Bible.
Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the watchmaker.
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further. Share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Something feels different about this place.
Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in
I
the
cannot
room
get the shut Clocky up, please.
the last time.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Oh!
Clocky, you're here! Yeah. This is the room where we first met.
Clocky is such a caricature of a non-character. Why do people care?
Are those books on the
Why does everyone in this universe care so much about him? Why is nobody questioning it or being like, nah, not for me?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world.
Reflecting not especially Mickey Mouse in the universe, only presentation to us. Clocky and you must Clocky's will figure out the dreamscape that is connected to founding Penacony. Yeah, but he's also like a cartoon character and stuff, right? But everyone that is like an adult, Clocky is Mickey Mouse, essentially, to Penacony. Like, pretty much the symbol. Only few people can actually see Clocky, because everyone else is just like, oh yeah, he's just a cartoon. Which is why I think so many people get invested about him, knowing that he's just a cartoon. Feels very weird to me. Again, it's the difference between like what the player knows and what everyone else knows. In this case, it's weird that like not a single person is like, yeah, I don't care about this cartoon. It's weird that every single person loves Clocky and knows everything about like Clocky lore, and it's like, imagine if it was Mickey Mouse. It just feels hard to like imagine.
At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where
They could have picked a different representation of, you know, for Clocky.
To ensure that
the rubber
everyone
hose
had
stuff and
land
the
to
Mickey Mouse
settle.
voice just kind of make it
He had to
make him very
continue
insufferable.
exploring the sea in search for the source of the rising seawater. On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home.
They capitalize on Steamboat Willie being public domain, yeah.
Sound at the door.
The timing is pretty coincidental.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train.
Oh.
That he had asked them to take me along.
Oh.
He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star.
Well,
then he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his
that solves that
tales.
mystery.
He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle, echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took
He's
back
not just
then.
a cartoon. This Clocky, for all intents and purposes, is basically just a cartoon character. I don't know. It's just very hard to take any of this seriously. Alright.
This is the dream jigsaw, right? So we're supposed to find the exit. But where can we find the last piece?
Do you remember? You said you obtained a mysterious shard when you stumbled into this place.
Hey, the shape seems to match. So this shard is also connected to Misha?
Looks like we're just one step from revealing the truth. Let's get to the other side and investigate.
Alright, let's, da-dum, da-da-da. How do you... Oh, rotate. There we go. There we go.
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base. Here, I learned how to repair clockwork and gears, out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions,
Clocky and Miss Mirror. In search of the new world. I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly. To be more precise, this dream bubble itself is my home.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
That's usually the case, Marge.
Marge, do you remember when she mentioned a Clocky that only she could see?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
I want to punt him over a fence.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. Her experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this Clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky. A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few? It's just like a hidden message, left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the
hate his English voice, same.
That's the key to the mystery, Mark.
Give me a break,
now,
yes,
take a moment to recall.
Please! Do you think his face has like glass on it? Do you think it would like shatter if you threw a rock really, really hard at him?
Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
I want to throw something in his face so hard it comes out the other side.
Wait.
Like a punctured drum skin.
No way!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme.
Oh.
I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
So it's not that the watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away? And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...?
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce myself. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system. Adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char.
Oh?
They gave me a treasure. A name that carried their hopes. Mikhail Char Legwork. Or simply, Misha.
Oh!
If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
Marge's expression.
So, you're the watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately.
No, more like just the legacy. Someone's left behind by him. No, the legacy.
I am only a reflection of his life. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. Friend of Clocky. A young apprentice. And a future mechanic on the Express. And this
legacy
also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams. hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly
I'm gonna
appeared
throw
as a
up,
hotel
Star Rail.
doorman in her
I'm begging.
dream from
I'm
the
on my
very
knees right
beginning.
now. I'm begging you. Stop.
The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well,
I came to that conclusion
sarcastic
like
friend
5 minutes ago,
says
but
I
yeah.
always take detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through. But in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize.
I will say something I don't like about this. I mean, okay, a lot of things I don't like about this. The one of the things I really don't like is when they overlap voices like this, because it just
Nothing more than a baseless
they're not
rumor.
always 100% like synced up, and so I can't really focus on what's being said. I'm just too busy trying to
homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze.
Is it weird to say it's a kind of sensory overload for me?
Various planets.
To hear two voices say the same thing but not completely in sync. It is a weird kind of overload, auditory overload for my brain.
Penacony, and fought for its
It's
future.
uncomfortable. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. I'm not a big fan of it.
I've been moving forward.
I like what they're trying to
all
do.
my life, doing what I could to overcome.
But you can't really do this with like two different voice actors.
But ultimately,
And just like for me
My
personally,
journey
it's hard
reached
to
its
focus on it.
and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you, for the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others. All I have for you is a story and two gifts.
2 gifts? Whoa.
I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day.
You just blanked out Misha's voice, focusing on the older voice made it way easier. Okay, I'm focusing, like, I can't really cut out noise like that.
And my
I'm trying to focus on both at the same time. My brain can't single out one voice.
Navigated for me, placed
Which
it
I think
on
is
my
why I'm
head,
struggling to follow with it.
and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. The trailblazing expedition will never end. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone, let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
I object.
Aw, come on. Stop joking at a moment like this. Come this far. Surely there's no other option than moving forward.
In that case, the vote stands at 2-1. Then let's proceed together to the
I just want to see what happened if you did say no.
until we hear our decision.
Alright. Let's go! Getting flashbanged. Yay!
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka. So why can't it be me, Misha?
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. The compass is waiting for you. Haven't you always wanted to be a better adventurer than me? Now go, board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out. How did you manage to fix it?
Well, it's hard to explain.
I realized you got the name Misha because me of Mikhail and the Chav Char, you're not smart. No, I don't think it's a you problem. I was also like kind of confused when he first, like they broke it down. Like when he first said, yeah, I'm Misha, Mikhail, Char. Like, I think it's an English language thing. I feel like it's probably easier to understand in other languages. Because I feel like Char might be pronounced differently. I'm not sure how they pronounce it in other languages, but that might be more like Cha rather than like Cha. Because if it'd be me Cha, which just doesn't sound like Misha. But I feel like in other languages it's yeah, Shar. Shar would have worked better, I agree.
It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen.
Also, can I just say,
pointing in the right
Misha's
direction, so
voice.
I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
Pretty good. Think that at all? They did try and spell it out, but I agree that in English it doesn't work.
I see.
I picked up on
You'll
it,
work
but
with me from now on.
it's not
Haven't you always
in
wanted
the
to
English language
tinker
with
this
English
train?
pronunciation doesn't work as well.
You're its mechanic now. As for the conductor, I'll do the talking.
But I only know how to fix watches.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes. I'll teach you what you need to know.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop. I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan.
I see. This place reminds you of home.
The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory and still have a long way to
Try to
go.
pronounce Sha. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Hanu needs us.
I wasn't sure if they're gonna go with like Cha or Sha, but yeah, that explains a lot about the word.
Don't worry.
That's
Not
what I
all
thought.
journeys lead to the stars. Even if I leave the Express, our path of trailblaze will continue.
Yeah. I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever. Leave in peace, my friend. And, take this with you.
This is Mr. Amundsen's hat. But why?
When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Well, I suppose the time has come. Farewell, legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina. And don't forget to write to us.
Where are you going, watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former nameless in Penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have. Have you forgotten about Tiernan? The cosmos is way more dangerous now. What will happen to Penacony if we lose you too?
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't find a way out? Tiernan. How could I ever forget him? I've spent countless sleepless nights asking myself why I didn't go with him back then. We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my old profession. Just wait for me to come back. But if, and it's a big if I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next watchmaker.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea. Wanna hear it?
Oh, come on. Aren't all your ideas just ways to get yourself killed? I may be blunt here, but You're the last remaining hero in Penacony. If you die too, the secret of the Stellaron will go to the grave with you.
Yes, I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider alternatives beyond Asdana. We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade, and send invitations to the entire cosmos to gather people here.
So, a desperate struggle against the family?
Desperate? Don't we have you here, my friend? This task is challenging, but what hasn't been challenging for us along the way? Well, whatever you do, remember, make sure to send an invitation to the Astral Express.
And that's where we come in.
Misha! Where are you going?
And all of a sudden, all tension's gone.
Oh, it's you, Clocky. Take me to Dreamflux Reef.
Granddad's hallucinating again.
Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met. I want to write down that dream.
Write it down? Why?
Oh, so I won't forget it. Do you remember how you got your name, Clocky?
I can take a guess.
Of course. You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks.
The voices, yeah!
Those wall clocks and pocket watches grew up with you and were your
It's the one thing earlier. Hi, Granny, how you doing? Granddad, the clock. Okay.
Yes, but what I didn't mention was there's a funny misunderstanding behind it. I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandpa, guiding him on his sea voyages and leading the way in his every adventure story. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too. And that's when you appeared in my dreams.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass.
I can't take it seriously.
Together.
But you know what?
It's not the voice actor, it's just the direction. I'm losing my mind though.
My grandpa gave it to me that I realized it wasn't a pocket watch at all.
It was a compass?
It was
Yeah.
a compass. So, your name should have been Compassy. And the Watchmaker is just a nameless.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else.
Oh. Yeah, Compassy is a pretty, funny name. Well.
I've traveled far enough, and it's time for a little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again. When you're rested?
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends? What do you mean, Misha? You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
You really can't put any kind of emotion into a Mickey Mouse voice.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, It's up to you.
I feel really bad. Like you want like to be given an emotional script and have to read it. Like woohoo!
My next destination? What's that supposed to be? I've been following you, Misha. You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just do what we usually do with the clockwork.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate.
Is it something to do with the
doubt which
compass?
way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, they gather the courage to make bold decisions.
Tell to Kingdom Hearts? What's Kingdom Hearts?
Whether it's calming, happy,
It sounds familiar.
angry, or sad. All they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others.
Mickey Mouse RPG. Mickey Mouse is a game? What? Okay.
Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze. Clocky's
I can't take his whimpering seriously.
Indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore and venturing even further. The Penacony and Mikhail's dreams
Sunday
does not belong to order.
Sunday! Sunday! Sorry. They don't know about Kingdom Hearts? I don't know what that is. Aside from the fact that apparently there's Mickey Mouse in it. Or something.
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Eon?
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you.
Sora Roach says Keyblades. I don't know what that is. Actually, Keyblades sounds familiar, but like, what even is it? From the name, you'd think it's like just a massive, like, what? What? Yeah, what? I know, like a gun blade. The blade in the safe. Wait, what? How is that useful?
I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on center stage.
Final Fantasy X Disney? Why is that a crossover? Isn't... What? Doesn't Final Fantasy suck?
Since the future of the Stellaron
There's only like a couple games.
And even the entire cosmos is at stake.
I got a fan
Let's
cam by
draw a
Scurryanix recently, my
conclusion
TikTok
there.
page of like one of the characters
all
from I think it was like a
fairness.
Final Fantasy game. He had like white hair and like a white coat or something.
If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Didn't like Maxor do a video on Final Fantasy or something? And it was just like really bad? Or am I thinking of something else? I'm not speaking with Firefly, no. Himiko!
Does that mean
Never
he
mind.
wants to fight us during the Charmony Festival?
You Final Fantasy 15? Okay.
I'm afraid so.
This is weird. Aren't Arc villains
I've seen
usually
that.
plotting some dirty conspiracy in the end? But he actually said something like, "In all fairness." Could it be that he's underestimating us?
Well, in my opinion, Sunday is deeply committed to his own philosophy and genuinely wants to prove that the Order is right. I sensed a strong conviction and a desire for dominance in him. Maybe he won't accept the outcome unless he wins fair and square. That's why he'll give it his all in the upcoming battle.
What are these options?
Yeah, you're right. We've even dealt
Thank you,
with
Granani so Texas on his actions, yeah.
So a
Yeah,
follower of
even though it's
won't
very
get
clear that
killed.
that's already the case. Oh god, anyway.
Anyway, we can't leave the Stellaron unchecked. This is about trailblazing a bright future for Penacony and fulfilling Mikhail's and his predecessors' long-cherished wishes. Now that we've taken up the mantle, we can't afford to fail them.
However, the same applies to the Order. Their plan doesn't materialize overnight.
What if Sunday and the main character had a battle with their
Collective
mouths and kissed
consciousness of the plan
instead?
festivities behind them.
I want to see that ending to Penacony, yeah.
A desire to dream, to slumber and escape reality. All those hidden emotions have given birth to the sweet dream of
That's the ending we deserve at this point.
They've harnessed the will of an entire planet to create an eon. This confrontation is far more complicated than a simple power struggle. To secure Penacony's future, fighting on the stage alone is not enough.
What do you mean? Are you not coming with us?
I believe Firefly is trying to say that she's heading off to another
Hey! She's leaving us! Let's go!
Before I left, the Destiny Slave told me that this journey would bring unforgettable rewards. Even though the script he gave me only had a few lines, I couldn't ignore them.
Didn't you say you were leaving Firefly? Come on!
Because one of the lines said, "I'll experience death 3 times in the land of the dreams."
3 times? This can't be serious, right?
The first time was a painful death when I was stabbed by the Blade of Dormancy, which led to all subsequent events. The script will always come true, but in a way that will only be revealed when that page is turned. So now I've understood the meaning of my second death.
Oh, thank God, I mean, no, don't go, yeah.
I am prepared to face it. If all goes well, my efforts will provide crucial support for you. Only by achieving victory in this battle can we secure a future for Penacony. And only then, my third and final death won't come true in the most terrible form.
The most terrible form? Does that mean...
the true death, where everyone in Penacony loses themselves completely in the eternal sweet dream of the Order.
We must do everything we can to prevent that.
Have you made up your mind, Firefly?
Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Don't like Firefly? No.
Thank you again for your assistance for the
For a ton of reasons. I think she was written really weakly in previous patches, plus, like, I think she's being pushed way too hard. I'm Firefly'd out. I'm really Firefly'd out at this point.
May your trailblazing expedition never end. I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me. Like fireflies to a flame, life begets death.
What? Fireflies don't go towards a flame. What? What? What do you mean, like fireflies to a flame? You're thinking of moths. That's a fucking moth.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history, and the Everflame Mansion will take its place. In the not-too-distant future, you'll receive an invitation. That's your next stop.
Land of the dreams. Penacony.
I hope you find whatever you seek there. Be it answers or salvation.
You mean my 3 deaths?
Silverwolf told me about it. It's such a shame that it's not part of my script.
He really wants to die. Oh god.
Well, I want to live. I'm never afraid of death. The opposite of death is eternal life, and that's something I'll never desire. People die, and I am no exception. Death is like a script, a fate that cannot be defied. But that's exactly why we have to choose where we want to rest forever.
Do you exist just to perish?
Are you not the same, Blade? The end you desire is not one dictated by others. If I were to die now, I would only be a weapon. I believe I should die as a human. Though its definition escapes me, isn't this the answer that ordinary people look for their whole lives? A name that can be carved onto their tombstone. The tombstone that belongs to me once bore the inscription, Glamoth's Iron Cavalry. Then it changed to Stellaron Hunter. But one day, it will bear the name Firefly. And all the brilliance she showed at the end of her life.
That's quite unexpected, old man. Who would have thought your crazy plan would actually work? Do all you nameless fools just act on a whim? I can sense that this false sweet dream is coming to an end. The Nameless may be young, but they had the ability to achieve this goal. Just like you did in your time. It's a shame you won't be able to see it firsthand. Maybe I won't either. Once something fictional is seen through, it ceases to exist.
It's
Yeah.
very clear at this point
Not just those
that
names.
Gallagher isn't real. We don't
Even
need the
Mr.
subtext.
Wings is just like you. Stubborn. Won't listen or give up.
Oh god.
No matter
Just
what.
snap something. Don't worry about it.
Well,
I need a new.
fate is unpredictable, I guess.
I'm using my phone case as like a fidget toy for the
We weren't
past
bound by those cursed
year,
paths.
and now I've just completely broken it.
Maybe we could have had
Yay.
some good talks. But in the end, we managed to do it. Now we can find solace. Remember how those idiots cursed us? They said, "Go to hell, you worthless traitors."
Love the going how they proved you can't die in a dream. Well, there's a corpse right there. You know what? I never actually noticed that before.
Well, I don't know if they really meant it, but if longing for freedom means going to hell, then I'll be joining you soon, you fool. Let's get together and have supper again in hell. Oh, I almost forgot. There's one more thing. Here's to you. A glass of hello and goodbye, Trailblazer.
Get a fidget spinner. I actually used to have one,
To the imperfect tomorrow.
but I think I've just actually torn this little phone case to shreds. Like, you know, like the rim of a phone case? Separate from the back? All of it just come off right now. Like, I'm holding two things in my hand. One of them is the back of the phone case, one of them is the rim.
From the rain, let alone fresh berries in this desolate place.
I was just following the scent of life. It's particularly strong in a place like this. It's a shame these berries don't have much flavor.
Seriously? In case you didn't know, this fruit is pretty juicy. The only downside is that
I mean, Ebby's gonna love
chew
this.
it,
What do you mean?
it becomes extremely spicy. Have you lost your sense of taste?
I can still taste certain things. Like,
I don't like the fact you guys are all doing smiley faces. What do you mean Ebby's gonna love this?
before coming here, I stopped by a place called Orkron. It had barren cliffs and nights lit by bonfires. Burgundy snow would fall from the sky, and when it landed on my tongue, it tasted like raspberries. The flavor wasn't exactly sweet, but
What's with
it
the
left a
smiley face
lasting
is?
impression. When I think back on my past, I realize that what's tying everything together isn't the big events, but rather these small yet unforgettable moments. Don't worry about it. Losing oneself is a reality that every self-annihilator must face. At least I haven't completely lost my senses and memories yet.
Well, congratulations on adding another footnote to your journey. By the way, are you always alone?
No, I had a companion in Orkron. She's a short, nameless girl who aspired to explore IX. She always said she'd walk a path deeper and farther than Akavilis.
Quite an ambition for such a small girl.
I'm going to go pee.
So, what happened?
She became stagnant water.
Well, my condolences.
Condolences. I don't need them. The girl left with a smile. She never regretted her choice and most definitely wanted me to say goodbye with a smile. So, that's what I did.
That's proof that you're grieving for her.
Or perhaps I'm just afraid.
Afraid? I rarely sense that emotion from you. What do you fear?
I'm afraid I'll forget the 30 days I spent with her. Just like all the other days in my life. Most of them have already washed away with the rain, disappearing into an unseen realm. I fear that those vivid red memories will fade away too. There isn't much color left. And besides, this faint, warm red, there's almost nothing.
What's happening? I just hear my cat doing things.
Hard to imagine. A ranger accustomed to bloodshed, destruction, and chaos finding warmth in the red color.
Because I have experienced this warmth many times. Long ago, I promised someone that I'd bring it to more people. And that for every remaining moment of my life, I'd strive for a better ending for all. As long as this red color still lingers, I have a chance to fulfill that promise. It represents a burning fire.
Can I go pee real quick? I'll leave it on this screen.
The berries in
I'll
this
literally
cave,
only be like a minute.
and life
I just
itself.
really need to go pee. I've drank so much water today. Where's my text? Where's my pee text? It's somewhere in here. Where's my pee text? Is it? Here we go. Right. I will be only gone for a second, so don't go anywhere. I'll know if you've gone somewhere. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go! It's such a distance to travel. Oh boy. It is such a difference to travel. From the bathroom to my parents' bedroom where I stream out of now. I feel out of breath from running. Okay, right. If you think away all the time I spent just running, like, it probably only been about 2 minutes, so. Anyway.
In the end, it will lead me beyond the horizon of existence. And on the other side, I will cut off nihility.
The one blessed by the sleeping and shapeless is considering how to kill them. That's truly...
You wash my hands? Yes, of course, don't worry.
But you're right about one thing. After spending so much time near this stagnant water, only when I look at this vibrant red fire do I realize that I'm still alive.
When will this rain ever stop.
Perhaps
It took all of my willpower not to start going da
sorrows
da
of
da
the
da da when he said
departed
still
have
alive.
finally quieted down.
I realized that I just said it right now, and yes, that was my way of trying to get out my system, because I think I would have gone insane had I just kept that inside me. Voice Smash until Charmony Festival on the Astral Express.
Have you heard of a planet named Biari Scamandros, Don Hung? It's one of the paradises under the influence of the Harmony, a sought-after wonderland for the inhabitants of the Dardanu major and minor systems. Half an Amber era ago, the family held an unprecedented festival there. And after that, everyone on the planet became part of the family.
Do you think the same thing will happen on Penacony?
Yes. Or how else can we explain it? The family deliberately used the watchmaker's invitation to keep all the Pathstriders here, but banished the emanator of the Nihility.
Because of the Nihility, I'm rarely affected by the power of other paths, but somehow I can unconsciously infiltrate them.
I love snapping my neck every time I go take a drink. September can't come soon enough.
I would disagree. Biari Scamandros is not part of the credit system or connected to the Silver Rail. It's nothing more than a remote civilization sheltered by the Harmony. But Penacony is different. If the family messes with Penacony, that would be like declaring war on almost half of the factions in the cosmos. They have no reason to do that.
No, they
I just
don't.
realized Boothill's hat, the three little icons,
If
the icons
they
in
truly serve the
in
Harmony,
his
that is.
skills.
What do you mean?
The path in Penacony is impure. The Harmony here has impurities.
Do you remember the ancient swarm disaster? Tazeront, the propagation, brought endless havoc to the universe, and it eventually evolved into a fierce battle among all eons. 2 paths lost their eons in that war, the propagation and the order. Coincidentally, their downfall is related to a certain eon.
Shipe, the Harmony. Legend has it that they participated in the crusade against the Imperator Insectorum and devoured Anna the Order for unknown reasons.
Holy forgaroni. So you're saying that the 2 leaderless paths are working behind the scenes?
But I don't see any descendants of the propagation in Penacony. Could it be that the remnants of Beyond the Sky Choir are hiding within the family, trying to resurrect a fallen eon?
I can't say for sure, but they're definitely planning something for the Charmony Festival.
Now, this is getting way too complicated. Is this why you want us to leave Astana right away? Are you giving up?
Hello. My cat's here, everyone. Say hi to Meatball. Or don't. She's just left me.
The Charmony Festival will start soon. There's one thing that I need to confirm no matter what. A warp jump is the best way to do so.
Time is running out. I have another plan.
Hold on. Are you thinking of using the Jade Abacus of allies?
Exactly. The assistance from the Lawful Cloud Knights would be enough.
Think it over carefully. You can only use that once in your lifetime.
I have considered it thoroughly. My companions are... They're also once-in-a-lifetime treasures.
I don't know what the Daedalus is. I'm pretty sure that it was explained like when they first met. I think I remember them explaining it. Sunday!
Are you the only one here, my child? The Nameless is quite the diplomat. Our secret
This is not needed! You don't need this! We know! There's no nuance anymore in this game! There's no nuance!
This is a crucial moment for us. So, where is the
No! This is the... There's no nuance in this game anymore! No nuance! subtext clues or like actual subtext. No, it must be force-fed to us like the idiots that we are.
I'm right here in front of you.
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charmony Festival. In our plan.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order.
Is Sunday gonna sing? I wanna hear him sing.
You've always been wise beyond your years. I'm sure you understand the consequences of your choice.
But you reveal what's on screen, you completely forget about it? Yeah. Every single person that plays Star Rail has like object permanence, but purely with concepts. So like whenever a concept it like goes off the screen, what? I don't know what fictionologist means. I don't know what the Order is. I don't know what self-worth means. Anyway, what value means.
Consider this a betrayal. Well, there can't be two suns in the sky. I'll step up and take down the other sun if necessary.
Do you believe in karma?
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours, and I have mine. And my karma has nothing to do with you, Mr. Gopherwood.
All right. Since you're willing to sacrifice yourself for her, I'll grant your wish.
Let's give us a real hell you notice it. Yeah, but like again, don't sacrifice. Don't like make everyone else suffer because of the mistakes of a few people. Anyone that's skipping the story is not going to take the time to read the subtext anyway.
Well, the compromise came sooner than expected. Why?
You and your sister were born as twins of the Order. And one of you is destined to follow this path to the end.
Is this part of your plan?
Of course. You're still as clever as you were when you were a child. The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the harmony and reveal your karma.
I have one final question, Master. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world instead of a city filled with hope and dreams? Why?
It's for justice, my child. If we lose justice in our hearts, we'll make the same mistake as the Harmony did.
So, it's
Just
not
small text
you
on top
who
of the regular
manipulates
text would annoy bothers me
with
so
the
much.
Stellaron.
Because this game... Look, I understand as a glossary it works. The issue is when you see things like Mr. Gambler and it has to specify to you that it's adventuring because you might not know, because you might not have the mental capacity to piece two and two together. Or Robin can't sing anymore, having to put the subtext death over the top of it because again, you might not be able to piece it together. It's fine, but it's a symptom of this game just like treating players like they are really stupid. Well, also leading to kind of awkward writing in the way that this game really tries to go for kind of false breadth or like false depth. They use a ton of proper nouns to compensate for good writing and then use the subtext to like try and explain it, and it's just like
Go ahead.
the dialogue would be better if they had the dialogue would be better as a whole if they didn't use the subtext and instead just either explain things more clearly or let people make their own inferences. When He Flew Too Close to the Sun is subtext with Icarus, you're like, what? Why do we need that? We already know what that means. Unless you're a literal child who's never heard that idiom before, you know what they're referring to. It's one of so many things in this game that just like make me confused. It's like, what? The writing would be better without it. Because then it'd be forced to actually either explain things properly or let players make inferences.
I shall ascend to the heavens, becoming the scorching sun, bathed in my light. My people shall flourish, while all evil shall be eradicated.
Tus now, so okay.
This is the interior
halfway
of
there.
the Penacony Grand Theater.
It's quite exhilarating to be flushed into the air by Soulglad. But why is the venue still closed when the Charmony Festival is about to start?
Sisyphus rolls the ball up the hill, toils endlessly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, whereas you can either get rid of the subtext and just explain it and allow people to make their own inferences, which is what every other writer in the universe does, or if you want to dumb it down, make it more accessible to people. But right now they're trying to have the cake and eat it. It leads to some really awkward moments where it's like, you just explained this concept 2 sentences ago. You don't need to explain it to us again.
And not only that, the entire theater is eerily quiet. No audience, no staff, no one around. Even if we're late, a grand theater like this shouldn't be completely empty. Let's explore around. Be careful, everyone.
Now that I think about it, what if there are concepts they wanted to flesh out more but didn't have enough time to with the quick schedule, quick turnaround? Season late's a cut, to be honest. But I haven't reached whatever I need to do to unlock Boothill's thing yet, right? I'm doing this for Boothill! This is locked. I need to finish another mission to get there. How far away is that from now? Oh god. If I had to say this for another stream, I'm just never gonna finish this on stream. It's not worth the pain, honestly. A couple more hours? 3 hours! Oh my god, okay. In that case, it's already been almost 4 hours. I'll end it here for now. I think I'm just gonna go insane if I play any more of this. Anyway. Yeah, I'll end it here. Thank you for watching! Yay! You know, we could have been at this point already if they just cut out the whole fucking talent show thing. Whatever that was about. That would have been great. But yeah. Tomorrow will be Arknights. More specifically, will be Degenbrecher Arknights. I'm mispronouncing the name because I don't know how to speak German. Degenbrecher? Brech? How do you do the German CH sound? Degenbrecher. Anyway, I will be getting her because she's cool. I'll be tomorrow, and then maybe some more frame or something. I don't know. Anyway, good night, everyone. I streamed for longer than I slept last night. It's probably not a good sign. Yippee. Bye.